Good.
Yeah, dude. If you're ready to go, I have the timer ready.
Oh, okay. Let me just actually double check that I'm on beginner mode. Okay, yeah. That'd
No, I
be.
I can see it.
No,
I can
yeah,
read Japanese.
no, I know I'm on beginner. I know. It's just making sure here. All right, I'm ready.
You're just trolling me.
No, I'm not even trolling. I just really want to make sure. All right. All right. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, the kind of director's cut version of KH2, released only in Japan. It has a bunch of extra features, a bunch of extra bosses, and a lot of minor balance changes and some not so minor balance changes. I'm going to be playing on beginner mode because I'm a beginner and I'm not a critical. That's terrible. But beginner and critical are like the only two categories that are really worth speedrunning in KH2FM. And the difference in time is only a few minutes, so I just do beginner because I'm more comfortable with it. So a big part of KH2 speedrunning is having a high strength stat. So anytime I can, I'll try to get more. So like there, I picked the Struggle Sword. Gives me more strength. That's really important. Now on this guy, Cypher, I'm actually going to fight him in a specific way. And this is to set the pattern for the next dusk to be favorable for me. You don't have to beat him like this, but beating something like this works.
Basically what he's doing is RNG manipulation. It's going to manipulate the AI on the next enemy so that it'll be more favorable for him and faster for him.
Right. And the same thing is going to happen on this dusk. What I do on this dusk affects the next one later on. Assuming I don't screw it up.
Dude, you're fine.
Ah, kind of screwed it up, whatever. So, now the next dusk will have the same pattern as well. Or a favorable pattern, that is. So, speedrunning in early game of KH2, it's a lot of mashing and cutscene skips and stuff, but there are actually a couple of pretty hard to do fights as well. Simply because you don't have anything except your basic combos to deal with them.
Yeah, later on in the run, he's gonna have plenty of stuff like limits, summons, drives, and everything to take care of enemies.
So this is the mail delivery minigame. You have to just do one job in order to progress, and this one is the fastest. Oh no, I messed it up. Alright, 7 is fine. Happens sometimes, going the wrong direction.
7 seconds is still pretty fast.
Yeah.
In the whole context of things.
Absolutely. Now we can shamefully hand over 50 money. Everyone is disappointed in us, but we get to move on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that don't have to do all of the jobs, and you don't have to get a certain amount of money to progress. All you have to do is one job to get enough money, and then you can go to the next day.
There's the next Invincible Dusk, and these guys they take they take 10 hits to beat. Oh, and I got the less favorable pattern, but this is still fine. That was fun. Once again, I'm going to choose the sword here. The dream weapons don't actually affect your stats in any way, but they do affect ability progression, and sword has the best ability progression for beginner mode. That was a really good fight. So, at the start there, what I did was actually stood still for about half a second. That forces all the dust to just approach you slowly, rather than, like, them jumping around or something. Coming up on the first boss here in a second. Alright, so this is the Twilight Thorn fight. Now... I actually like the Twilight Thorn battle. Also, what I really like, that is a reference to the 1959 TV series, The Twilight Zone. That's why I forget his name. I'm sorry. Stupid joke.
Dude, copy posters are the best.
No. I must stop. Pink and Giversy. So these are, you know, this guy is just the tutorial for like reaction commands and what they do. You know, you just press triangle, stuff happens. About it. See if I can get 4 combos here. Yep, alright, good. Possible to sneak in an extra hit at the end of that, but doesn't actually change anything.
What he's doing right here is he's going in front of the head to basically, usually this guy shoots off thorns at you from every which way, but if you're right in front of his head, there's sort of a safe zone where he'll only do it periodically, and it makes the fight much faster and much easier.
That's actually like a perfect fight, so I was happy with that. I'm gonna open up the menu here and equip the guard ability that I just got. This is very helpful on struggle fights, so.
The way so this day is where he does a couple of struggle minigames. The idea behind it is you're supposed to collect all 200 orbs from the other person, or you're supposed to have more orbs than the other person after a minute, but if you do collect 200 orbs, you end the fight early, which saves a lot of time if you do.
Couldn't bait him into the corner because he was a jerk, but there's backups, we're good. Ah, goodness. Oh gosh, Hayner, stop. Well, alright. That just started off really bad and I couldn't really rein it in, but I still saved some time.
17 seconds is no problem, dude. A lot of people can't save any time.
No, yeah, I know. That's fine, considering, you know, he just was not cooperating at all that whole fight, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, Hainer is probably the most difficult, especially on beginner. He's the most difficult struggle fight to work with.
Vivi actually has a really easy strat to do though, so one usually goes the same every time. Assuming I can pick up the orbs fast enough. Yeah, that was good.
Vivi has a much more controlled strat, a lot more specific, so you know exactly what to do. Hainer just kind of goes off in every which way, and you can't really control it as much.
Dude, I'm getting knocked around. Dusks are just really annoying enemies to fight. So those dusks all died to 6 hits. Oh, good.
I personally think this is that Dusk fight is probably one of the more annoying fights in the run.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Oh no, Roxas, please jump. Well, okay. Save that. So that's one problem with Roxas, is that he doesn't like being in the air sometimes, and he'll just kind of
nice save, dude.
refuse to be in the air, but yeah, that was a good save.
That was like the perfect angle.
Alright, so now we're up to the last struggle fight, which is Setzer. I'm gonna lose to him on purpose here. I said earlier strength is really important, and so losing to Setzer gives you the medal, which increases your strength by 1, and it makes a huge difference. So in FM Beginner, you can actually lose to him before time runs out, and say around 20 seconds. FM Critical, that's, you say around 50. FM Beginner, you can't actually lose to him at all. You just time him out completely. So it's kind of interesting. That's one of the small changes they made in games. And I'm not getting great luck here, but...
Yeah, like Riz said, it's a lot... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a lot harder to like beat him in save time than it is to just lose to him in save time, especially on FM. Every single version of the game kind of treats Setzer differently, but you always lose no matter what. The medal is just that important.
So on this day we have to go look at the 7 wonders. In my opinion, the only one that actually matters speed-wise is the Vivi clones. Everything else is pretty much consistent. But Shadow Rocks is annoying sometimes, I guess. Yeah, so right away here...
I'm gonna use this.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna use some of this time, since it's pretty perfect, to read off some donations that we got.
Okay, good.
We got a $50 donation from a Christopher Bonte. It says here, "Hi there, I'm sure Fire Tactics. I just want to support Biscuit047 in his run, so I'm giving my time as well as my money for the stream. Put this $50 for Kiwi's artistic abilities." So thank you very much, Christopher. And then we got 2 donations from Brian Liu. $50 to... we have $50 here from Brian Liu. My body is so ready for this marathon. Put this towards making Damo and Liquid. Sing the KH2 All Worlds run. Sing during the All Worlds run. And we have one more from Brandon Klein that says, "Risley, I won't be here long enough to see you finish. So for me, you better get the Riz Bailey. You're all in for a treat. Love you. Love you all. Good luck on the road." Thank you very much for the donation, Brandon Klein. You're good, you're good.
Alright, well thank you all for donating, that's awesome. Those VV clones were pretty average. I didn't get hit, which is good, but it really wasn't like a super fast fight or anything. Like, the idea is like they just kind of spawn around you, and in an ideal situation you just like get them all really fast because they'll all be next to you, but it didn't really work out like that. It's a pretty random fight. But like I said, I didn't get hit or anything, so it was fun.
Spawn locations are completely random and RNG, so you just kind of have to work with what you get.
I do kind of a YOLO-ish strat on Shadow Roxas with my air hits, but works out way more often than it doesn't, so whatever. That was a good fight. And now I equipped
That was a very good fight.
So I equipped the metal earlier, and that actually makes Shadow Roxas take a full combo less. Just that 1 point of difference, so it's important to get.
Yeah, this will apply to just about every single KH2 run that you see, but strength matters a lot, even if it's only 1 point of strength. So him getting the medal this early is already saving him time, like, a lot.
Alright, so this is the dog bag minigame. There is actually a way to soft lock the game here. If the RC pops up at the wrong time, and if you press it at the wrong time, I don't really know how this works, but you can kind of jump off the map a little bit and get stuck and not able to progress the game. Didn't happen there, thank God, but it's like super rare. It's only happened like 3 times ever.
Yeah, usually that's just a throwaway minigame, but on small occasions we've had a couple of people who've actually soft-locked their games. I did not believe that it could actually happen.
It's silly. There's just a walking section. Gotta get back to the mansion.
I suppose during this small section of the run we can remind everybody that our goal for this marathon is to raise as much money as possible to get as many of our community members to go to AGDQ as possible. We've kind of been denied from AGDQ for about 3 years, probably a little bit more, and we finally have a chance to get in, so we kind of want to make an impact and get as much hype going for the run as possible. So that's why we want to get as many people to go as possible. So
You guys have never seen poster signs at AGDQ before. I'll bring them for every moment.
Oh dear.
Final form or bust, gentlemen.
Got good luck on the first dusk here. Luck on the second dusk here as well. That was actually a really good fight. So I notice, like, I'm not usually using combo finishers very often. That's just because, you know, the enemies get sent way too far away with them, so I only use them if they're guaranteed going to kill the enemy.
Now we're almost done with Roxas section. Finally get to get out of this place. Censoring myself because this is a family-friendly zone, but
Yes.
this place is a lot worse.
Bad place. We're leaving it in a bit here. Couple minutes.
Family friendly.
If I'm gonna swear, I better donate the swear jar.
Are we gonna do swear jars? Actually, not a bad idea.
Yep.
I'll donate.
It's a great idea.
I'll donate $1 per swear if I accidentally swear.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna during my run, I'm gonna be donating $1 for sure.
Every
At
swear
least.
is $1, gentlemen. Someone keep a goddamn tap of that. I
Well,
already
there's
owe
one.
$1.
So we got $1 in the swear jar.
That's no. This isn't an excuse to swear a lot or anything. Make that clear.
Do not condone swearing.
Alright, so this is the second to last fight as Roxas. It's actually one of the harder fights in this section. Yeah, I'm actually a decent experience. There we go. Once I reach level 3, that gives me a strength increase. And, that screwed me over, but that's fine. So my goal in this fight is always to reach level 3 as fast as I can. Oh, he went under. What a jerk. There we go. Alright, that was an okay fight. Ideally, you get one of the assassins as it's first spawning, but didn't quite work out like that.
Come here, I'll make it all stop.
So, we're gonna force Axel into the wall using the combos. Then uses RC, and hopefully Guy got DM'd. Alright, so, this is a thing that can happen on Axel. If he uses the RC he just did, and you are 1 frame late in activating it, he just instantly goes into his most powerful attack, and you can't do anything about it. So that was just really bad luck. Well, I guess it was my fault for being a frame late, but, you know, my bad.
Lame fight.
Yeah, that fight's really
a
lame.
lot of good paces have been killed by this stupid thing, and I think that it only happens on FM. I'm not.
Yeah, it's only it's an
100%
FM
sure.
only thing, and it only happens with the 1 RC that he did. Sliding across the floor rather than jumping down. So it's a pretty rare situation, but it happens, of course. Whatever. Marathon luck.
Yeah, Liquid, you've been summoned to sing with Damo.
Okay, so what I did in that menu is I just equipped Arrow Recovery to Sora, and then I just took off all of Donald's items. Doesn't need them. He has an ether that I want, and the potion is just because I need him to not have that potion at some point eventually. Because I'll take it off now.
You're gonna notice throughout just about every KH2 run, and especially this one, you're gonna be taking off items from party members as you go along these worlds because they're free. Mostly it's free ethers and sometimes free potions if you're playing on crit. So there is no reason to not take them, basically.
Alright. So, this fight here is a timed fight, usually. It'll end after a 90-second timer has passed. You can force it to end earlier by either taking enough damage that the game says, well, you suck at this game, I'm going to end the fight for you. Or you can do it by getting enough hits, landing hits on enemies so the game says, oh wow, you're freaking awesome, I'm ending it early. I'm gonna be awesome and end it early by doing enough hits. Sorry, that was a little dig at critical mode runners, but well, just kidding around.
Yeah, crit runner is confirmed suck.
Yep.
TehRizzle 2014.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So I won't be using finishers very much in this fight either because they kill enemies faster with less amount of hits. Like right now I could be killing creepers with a 3-hit combo instead of a 4 if I were using finishers. I accidentally did that one, but that's fine. So I'll be able to know if I ended it early because the screen will fade out as I'm hitting an enemy.
It's kind of a balance between getting a lot of experience and ending the fight early. Like, if you end the fight extremely early and you're short on EXP, then that can kind of suck. But if you get a lot of EXP but the fight ends like way too late or goes through the entire timer, then that sucks too.
Yeah, okay, I didn't end that very early at all, but I did get a lot of EXP, so that's fine. Something I should have mentioned was once I was level 6, I was doing full combos because level 6 is another strength increase. And something about the strength increases in this game is that, unlike in KH2 English, or the original Japanese version of KH2, strength, every time you get a stat increase, it's by 2, at least for strength, rather than 1. So you end up being a lot stronger in FM. So for example, here, these shadows die in 2 hits rather than 3. Because when I'm in English run, or even critical run. And that was a really good fight. Oh my goodness. If we're not throwing there.
Damn, that was good. $1 to the swear jar, and you'll notice, you might not be able to notice it right now, but 2FM beginner Sora is the most powerful Sora. His strength increases throughout the run just dwarf every other version of Sora and every other version of KH2. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. Sora is just a one-man army in this game, like everything does just 1 or 2 hits. It's so shadows are like super annoying. However, they've been really kind to me this run. Normally that would take like 3 more cycles of them just going underground, but that was actually really good.
Dude, your teammates are on fire.
I know,
Goofy
they're Donald and Goofy
cleaning up.
are being bros.
Yeah, this fight is pretty heavily reliant on Donald, especially, just with that thunder.
Well, only for the first couple worlds. After a while, Donald starts being as useless as Goofy. But right now, since you don't have any magic or anything that rely on Donald, Donald's thunder 2 shots soldiers and 1 shot shadows and stuff. So yeah, that was a good fight too. Actually a really good tower.
Yeah. Another quick thing to note for FM is the way that you level up. Normally in English, when you get a strength increase, it increases your strength by 1, just kind of like the metal does. But in FM, it increases it by 2, and it makes it all the more important. So you'll notice moments where Riz wants to hit level 14 before Hydra. You'll notice that pretty soon. He'll want to hit that because he wants to hit a strength increase there, which is gonna make the Hydra fight and the Pete fight a lot faster.
Yeah.
And that'll also carry over into Beast Castle 1.
Exactly, and actually even before that, in Land of Dragons 1, which is the first world I'm going to, I do want to reach level 10 there as soon as I can. That's another strength increase. So strength increases are laid out by 4s. After level 3 and level 6, it goes 10, 14, 18, 22, 26, and 30. And 30 is the last one that actually makes a difference in the run. So just every 4 levels, and I try to hit those levels before certain points. Or a boss or something. Now we're in Hollow Bastion. Right away I'm gonna go Valor form. This is for faster movement, as well as faster fighting. Valor runs really fast, but later on we'll be getting even faster form of movement than this. I messed up the swag jump and I'm sad. Oh well.
Okay. Yeah, Valor, you'll notice that drive forms, drive form summons and limits are all very, very important. Valor is useful because it has pretty good damage output right now, and the faster speed, like Riz said.
Alright. That fight didn't go as I intended it to. It was still fine. My goal in that fight is to actually use... So Valor has... I guess most things have single target finishers and area finishers, or multi-target finishers, and for that fight I really want Valor's multi-target to come out at least once, and that didn't happen, but it's not a big deal. You can't like force it or anything. You can force the single target, but you can't force the multi-target, only by being surrounded. Okay, so... Notice I killed 2 soldiers on the way to Merlin's house. That was just so they didn't spawn here. I could grab this AP boost without losing all my form gauge. Grabbing this drive recovery as well. Yeah.
Quick thing to note is the drive recovery recovers 3 in final mix. That's one of the things that they changed, and that's the only drive recovery that you get in that's in a chest. So that's the only drive recovery you get the entire run.
Gonna get the Riz Bailey.
Oh, the Riz Bailey. Okay, so to explain Bailey, fight's dumb and it's stupid and it's dumb. And the reason for that is Leon's existence, and I guess the security system's existence, makes this fight like 10 times harder than it should be. Because Leon can mess up the samurai that spawn right here. The samurai have this awesome reaction command called dual stance when you guard them or deflect them, and it actually has like a splash damage radius around it that instantly kills everything around it. But if Leon messes with them and like hits them all the way back to the Bailey, or like just doesn't give you a chance to use dual stance, then the fight just becomes bad. So it's a lot of it comes down to Leon and the security system. The security system control you as well.
So
Not a bad fight.
for all that saying about Leon, I was the one who messed that up. I didn't lock on to the samurai, so I guarded in the wrong direction, which kind of ruined the whole fight from there. It was still okay. Kinda. But yeah, oh well. I tried to line up the Dusk at the end to use Blizzard on them. Sometimes they'll all line up perfectly and you can kill them all in a single Blizzard combo, but that, yeah, pretty rare.
Yeah, there's an awesome highlight out there called the Riz Bailey, where
the God Bailey,
Riz
actually.
literally had the most godlike Bailey you have ever seen in your entire life.
It was perfect. It was a once-in-a-lifetime fight. Like, I genuinely don't think I'll ever be recreating it. It was absolutely ridiculous. So, like, that fight you just saw probably took around 1:10 to do. The God Bailey took 40 seconds. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
with that being said,
Dude, who the F is Hank? Okay, go ahead.
I've got some new donations. The first one is from a Jeffrey Hobson, who has donated $250.
What?
This donation is proof that Riz is a man who eats muffins for breakfast. Put this evenly towards all the absent silhouettes throughout the marathon, 2.5 and 2FM equally.
Thanks, Hobbs.
So, J Hobbs, excellent 1.5 runner, by the way. Awesome dude. Thank you.
Very
Thank you
cool
very
guy. One of the best 5 runners.
Huge supporter of this community. He's always been awesome. So thank you, J Hobbs, once
Hobbs,
again. And of course, the awesome 1 cent donation by Adam Ward, going towards Ace's Puppet Show. Well,
Nice.
once again, thanks, Adam. You're the best.
Thanks, Adam. No.
We will get close to that public show in no time.
Yeah, dude, 1 cent at a time, man. Just 5 trillion donations. Let's go. Okay, actually, I should start shooting stuff. I'm kind of low on health here. So gummy missions, you don't really need to do anything special in them except not die. So that's generally what I do. You can't speed them up in any way, and if you do too well, if you feel certain conditions on them, you'll get like a bonus blueprint at the end, which wastes about 3 seconds. So really, just the idea is just to not die during them.
Yeah, interesting thing about gummy missions is it's kind of to your advantage to not do quite as well during them, because if you get too many rewards or too many points, then you'll get a blueprint, and the blueprint actually scrolls across the screen for a good 2 to 3 seconds. So you kind of want to avoid that. It's not too much. It's just kind of funny. It's to your advantage to suck during gummy missions.
Wait, is Muffin here? Is that the
Yeah,
Muffin
Muffin's
QT?
in chat, yo.
Oh my god.
That is the Muffin cutie.
The Muffin QT. Awesome. Hey, Muffin.
Well,
No,
for this,
I'm
we
bagging
also
on.
have
You better
one.
donate.
Yeah, I know.
While we're on it, we got one more from Alex Alvarez, aka DJ Salty Nuts, great level 1, 1.5 runner. What is there a science behind Ansem 2? That was all. Thanks, DJ.
The world may never know.
Alright, so I in that menu there, I tried and failed to give myself another potion and setting Ether's to AT, as well as taking King's Ether, because she doesn't need that. And I also equipped Combo Boost, the ability. Kind of flipped that a lot, but it was fine. So I'm in Valor Form here. I'm actually trying to reach level 2 Valor Form. That'll make some fights easier later on. Alright, that was a decent fight.
Yeah, like Riz said, he wants to level up. Well, Valor Form itself levels up per hit that you do to enemies, so he wants to get a lot of hits to level it up to 2, which will in turn give him an extra drive gauge to make it all the way up the mountain with Valor intact, so he'll save time on movement and everything.
I'm level 2. And revert and start getting my drive back. Now here's another final mix mechanic change. Your drive gauge refills many times faster than in English. So I can actually get up to 3 bars by the end of the last mission really easily. Be able to use Valor again right away. Shadows there weren't cooperating too much, but that was still fine.
Yeah, you'll know he already has an entire bar of drive gauge back and like a third of the second. And that's only one fight, so he's gonna get it back easily.
And I've actually did testing on the English version. Actually, it was the Japanese, but same difference. After all 3 missions, at most you'll have 1.7 bars refilled. And I had almost that much after just the first mission. Ooh, I got hit. Not good. I gotta wait for this guy to attack now. Oh well. I should reach level 10 off him though. Yep, there's level 10, so now I can 1 combo these guys and 2 combo the Assault Riders actually. Other than 3. Yep. So that's why I want to reach level 10. Wow. That, please. This is a bit ridiculous.
Muffin's, I think his IRC channel dings whenever his
Oh.
name is
Oh dear, I
mentioned,
missed the
so-
snipe. I missed it again. Well done. So if you're fast enough and not Goofy, just I can't believe Goofy just did that. Well then. If you're fast enough, you can just snipe him dead at the start. I messed that up though, and also I have Liquid Magic now, which is really annoying for these shadows. And now, my goodness, yeah, this isn't going as intended, but oh well. Now, so Valor to get the kill, and now I'll be in Valor right after the fight without having to wait for it to load.
Flag.
Oh, thank you, sweet tender love. You really suck at this game too. Alright, so this is a mountain climb. There's not really any strat for this first three that I could ever come up with, but I just want to kill them all. If you're lucky, you can kill them in just one combo, but it pretty much never happens. And I'm doing this because I could do this a different way and not fight all these guys, but I really want the experience. So I'm just going to do it this way. And now, because these two Nightwalkers are spawned behind me, the Assault Rider that normally spawns here will not. So you can't mess with me or anything, I can just run on through.
Yeah, usually if you remember playing this casually, going up through there, there was like 2 Assault Riders right there. After you would kill one Assault Rider, a second one would spawn. But because of the way that the game handles enemy spawns, there's like too many on screen, or too many spawned at once for the Assault Rider to spawn in. So you abuse that mechanic and get through the rock wall before the Assault Rider can spawn in.
So I'm using like a bunch of fire in this fight. Cause I've been using it throughout the whole world really, but fire is definitely the best way to deal with shadows. Alright. Bait out an attack first, and then you guys die to 2 combos each. It was actually like
that's
really good cave.
It looked really good. That's more FM Sora at work.
Yeah.
You can't 2 combo Assault Riders unless you're on FM Beginner.
Yeah. English beginner can't do it. FM critical definitely can't do it. So you'll be seeing me picking up a bunch of AP boosts this run. I need them. Like, critical mode starts off with 50 AP, beginner doesn't, so I need to make up for that by just getting... I get almost every AP boost in a chest. I skip a few though that are just too far out of the way.
That's right. There's a lot more abilities that Riz needs to equip in 2FM Beginner as opposed to KH2 English. So he's gonna need a lot of AP boosts to make up that difference.
Yeah. And on top of that, even abilities that I equip in both FM and Beginner, like some of them like Combo Boost, you need more AP to equip in FM.
Yeah, that's another small change is they increase the AP that you need. Like Combo Boost was 3 AP in KH2 English, now it's 5. So small things like that really add up.
So this fight, I'm just trying to get a lot of experience. Hopefully by killing a lot of Bolt Towers, because they give more. Been getting some good... actually haven't been getting... Well, I've gotten a lot of speed traps, but they haven't been very good. Number isn't great. If this kills that Bolt Tower down there, it did, that's fine. So I only got 56 Heartless kills, but I'm actually fine on experience. Which is what I'm really looking for in that fight. Alright, so in that menu I actually changed the way Mulan attacks. I set her to party attack. And that means that Mulan will be attacking enemies that I'm not targeted onto. So for the Shan Yu fight, I'm going to be targeted on Shan Yu, and Mulan will just handle all the little guys flying around. If I don't do that, there's actually a decent chance that the door that we're protecting in the Shan Yu fight will actually lose all of its health. It would be very bad, because that's a game over. So I just set Mulan to that as a precaution. I also equipped the abilities Slide Dash and Scan, so we'll be able to see enemy health now.
Let's do this together.
And now I'm going to be flying down the mountain with Mulan's limit. It's really really cool. Under the spray jar.
Superman strats.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
these.
The Bolt Towers are one of the most annoying enemy types in the whole game. Luckily you don't fight them very often, but they're so hard to hit, and they're very, very annoying. So what you could do is you could just use Mulan's limit in that fight, but on beginner then you can't go down the mountain, and this works out being just a little bit faster, but it's an annoying fight. Alright.
Aw, Muffin, please, tell us how you really feel. Back to the game. Yeah, there's quite a lot of annoying enemies in the game, which I think kind of makes KH2 really neat, that there isn't just a bunch of easy enemies to kill. There's a lot of unique ones.
Nice. Oh no, the bird!
Oh dude, the bird.
That was gonna be really good. Oh well. So I got him to go dark mode when I wanted him to. Now I can knock him out of it using the reaction command. I wanted to get off a combo before this in Valor, but the door just died.
Oh crap.
So, okay. I did set Mulan to Sora attack. I know I did. And I'm just actually gonna double check. So that's like, okay, so I said it was rare with her on party attack, or with, yeah, like, yeah, she's on party attack. Okay, so, wow. So that is, like, the unluckiest thing that can ever happen. Glad we're getting that out of the way. And hey, in exchange we get a cool BGM glitch. I don't know, man. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's move. See, we put Mulan on party attack, which means that she attacks everything that you aren't targeting, meaning the Nightwalkers that are killing the door.
And she's not doing it.
So that doesn't
There,
happen.
now she did it. Yeah, so I deliberately did set this up so that the door would not die, and the door still died because I am unlucky as anyone ever. This
Mulan
hasn't.
to attack Shang.
It hasn't never happened before, Salad, but it has happened less than 2 times before that. I can say that much. Like, it's not something to ever be worried about, so I'm really surprised that that happened. Awesome marathon
a
luck.
much better fight the second time.
Yeah. Well, the fight was fine the first time, honestly. Except that I died. So that's ridiculous that actually happened. Like, of all the hundreds and hundreds of runs, I can say that has happened to me now twice. Like, okay. It's fine.
Full speed ahead!
Well,
Well,
that's unfortunate, but marathon,
Wait.
thanks.
yeah.
We got some new donations. First one from a Jacob Lowry, aka Muffin Cutie, who has also donated $250.
Nice.
Message
boy.
of
Hold through,
with a
Muffin.
message of Riz shall forever be my boy. Muffin cutie. Well, thank you, Muffin, and this
Thanks,
donation
Muffin.
will be going to whatever you choose.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to put that towards Cyber State. But you know what? Let me think about this. Just can you put that off to the side for a bit, and I can think about it for like after I do my run.
We'll do. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And we got a Cameron Davis with a $2 donation. It says, "Good luck on the run, Riz. Put this towards Ace's Puppet Show." Awesome, thank you, Cameron. And Connor Tucker with a $25 USD donation. Please send neckbeards to AGDQ to obtain placement in Speed History. Also, put this towards BBS, level 1 crit MF fight with Terra Kappa. Well, Connor Tucker, all of our neckbeards, thank you.
My neckbeard personally thanks you. This is actually an extremely dangerous going mission. These cannonballs can kill you in about 5 hits, so you don't want to get hit very much. In fact, I try to kill all the cannons before they can hit me. But we're good. We survived.
Yeah, I've actually lost runs to this guy.
Oh, me too. I've lost plenty.
I've lost one run to this. It's really ridiculous.
Actually, I wouldn't say I've actually lost runs to this because I've both times I've died to this in runs, I just finished the run and got a PB anyway. But yeah, it's But yeah, a lot of enemies drop HP in this mission, so it's not that hard to survive. But if you're not paying attention or something, you can get hit 5 times and die pretty easily.
Yeah, definitely not the ideal time for a bathroom break.
No. Well, maybe at the very start if you go in a minute. But yeah.
Also, congrats to everybody. We've reached 400 viewers
Holy
in
moly.
our first game of the marathon. So
That's exciting.
congrats to that. Hopefully we can hit 500 maybe later in the run. That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your teachers, anybody that
Tell your
we've got
teachers,
a,
yes.
a Kingdom Hearts marathon. Yeah, dude, tell your
Tell your
teachers.
teachers, professors,
Teachers
anyone.
especially the teachers. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I just kind of want to remind everyone why we're here. We're just, after being denied for 3 years, kind of to AGDQ, we finally got accepted, and now that we are in the run officially with the bid war, we want to make sure we get as many people to the community and show that we do have this big, awesome community, and we will turn up to anything that they give us. So. Once again, please donate. Thank you so much for watching. You've got so many good runs coming up in the next 4 days. Oh, just so exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, the fact that we've actually made this a reality is still kind of mind-blowing to me, but it's actually happening, so we gotta make it count.
Big shout outs to Adam, Timothy, and that white kid for pretty much doing all the organization for this, really.
Yeah, they did the main organizing of everything. It's amazing.
Going for them, this marathon will not be happening, so thank you guys so much. So now we're in Olympus, and I'm gonna come right out and say it, this is my least favorite world in the run. I really don't like this world at all. Pretty much, like, a big majority of the randomness in this run is due to this world, really. Every single fight here, there's strats for them, but if the game doesn't want them to work, they won't. So hopefully I can get lucky here. and get some good fights. So coming up is Hades Escape, or Hades Runaway, or whatever. In that fight, I'm going to be making use of the ability Experience Boost, which doubles your EXP when you're at half health or lower. So I'm going to be making use of that to get a bunch of extra EXP in this fight. But if Hades, Hades wants to be a jerk, it can go wrong pretty fast, but we'll see.
Yeah. EXP boost got a buff compared to KH2 English. KH2 English, you needed to be at 25% or red flashing beeping health for it to work. But in 2FM, you only have to be under 50% health, which gives you a lot more leniency. It's also a lot easier to activate, so we actually use it quite a lot in KH2FM speedruns.
Mainly in critical, though. This is the only place I use it on beginner. I messed up menuing there a little bit, but that's fine. And, okay, so now Hades is being a jerk. So, I did it like at least 50 runs of this, where he always started the fight off with 3 fireballs, and now just this week he stopped doing it, and I don't know why. So I need to get hit one more time before I get down. Well, I'm at the right health right now, but one more hit would be ideal. Thank you. There we go. Because shadows drop HP orbs, so they can push you out of EXP range if you're not low enough health. Hopefully he just goes away. No, he's right here. Orin, shield me. Thank you. There we go. That was beautiful.
Wow, that meat shield, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Let's check off Orin's attacking and healing ability because I don't want them in this fight. I don't want to be healed, obviously, and his attack just gets in the way. Doesn't do any damage, just gets in the way. Wow, this is going extremely well. Then Orin did that, so whatever. That's fine. Bat, you can get another reaction command from the bat, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference here.
Yeah, what Orin did is he tapped the bat, and what you want to do is you want to tap the bat yourself to get the reaction command from it, but because Orin tapped it, he wouldn't have gotten it, so kind of unlucky in that regard.
That was still a really good fight, though.
Definitely looked like it, yeah, that was a good fight.
So, there are some quirks to Experience Boost I didn't mention, and that is, it has to be Sora getting the kill to get the double EXP, and I'm so confused right now, because I opened the menu in LOD. God, that really confused me. Anyway. So it has to be Sora getting the kill, and so Donald and Orin, if they get a kill, you won't get double EXP. If you use Bat Cry to kill enemies, you won't get EXP either. I don't know why, because like every other action command would. Including like the Land Soldier ones, that still counts as Sora getting the kill. I don't know, it's weird. But that worked out, I got a lot of EXP there. So now, I have Hidden Dragon equipped. This is not because Hidden Dragon is useful in any way, it's simply because it isn't Kingdom Key. And Kingdom Key has an ability called, well, Critical Half, Crisis Half, Damage Control, whatever. Basically, when you're at low health, you take half damage. And in this next fight, I'm going to try to get Cerberus to kill me, because it's a little bit faster. So, having Kingdom Key there is a bit too slow, so. Hidden Dragon is just to get rid of Kingdom Key, that's it. I'm going to manipulate Cerberus into shooting fireballs at the start here, just by running really far back. I'll start, then I'm going to run forward actually, because I don't want him to shoot fireballs twice, only this one time. So I need to be close to him at the end of these fireballs. So he doesn't do it again, there we go. That was alright. So now I need to get really, 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 really lucky with Mickey here. Mickey is super strong, but kind of not. And this isn't working. So Pearl does increase damage when it comes in at a sharp angle. So you kind of try to want to force that to happen, but it's, Cerberus can just move in bad places and it won't work. But that was okay. As long as I can get back to 3 bars here. Yep. Revive Sword to get the finishing blow. So that was actually an okay service. Like, ideally, I would have brought him to 1 health with just the pearls. But like I said, that's random. With, well, yeah, pretty much random.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to get the pearl, or try to manipulate the pearls to come in at a really sharp, fast angle, which deals the highest damage output. So all things considered, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
Also, to explain how Mickey works, there's a bunch of preset fights out there where if you die, then Mickey will give you the option to help out. The first time that happens, it's a 100% chance that he will show up. So that's a guaranteed strat. It'll work every single time in a run, as long as you've never used Mickey before. But then the percent chance goes lower and lower the more you use him. So most of the time in runs, you only use him for Cerberus, and if you use him anywhere else, it's just because you died and you don't want to restart the entire fight.
This is the urn training. Gotta break a bunch of urns. And wow, those were really good combos. I killed them, but I've killed all 5 in just 2 combos like that. That was good. Yeah, I try to angle myself so that happens, but it doesn't always. So this one, there's a big urn that'll spawn later on here, but only if you've destroyed enough little ones before that. So hopefully I can do that. It'll spawn around under 110 is when it starts to be able to spawn. I should get it. Yep, that was good. But sometimes with the auto target, you can just get stuck picking off single urns the whole fight and not get that spawn. If that happens, it'll generally spawn 10 seconds after that, but it's still a big waste of time. I'm glad that worked. You notice I didn't go Valor on the way to that area, but I am going on the way back. Going Valor on the way to the area doesn't actually save any time, and going back saves like half a second. It's kind of weird. The rooms are just slightly different in size, but... So I just got a power boost.
And like we've mentioned...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you go ahead, dude. You go ahead.
I just got a power boost from that chest. That's the only one in the game that's in a chest, so... Luckily it's just right on your path, so we can just grab it. Go ahead.
And like, well, I was gonna... Nah, don't worry about it. Like Riz said, well, strength is incredibly important, even if it's only 1, so that power boost is gonna be incredibly helpful later on. Or just in general.
Alright, so this is Demix. For now all I have to do is just destroy 100 of his water clones. This isn't that hard to do, but it is hard to do fast, in FM especially. Because this reaction command, they actually really nerfed it. In FM, it's just... It doesn't last as long at the end there, when it's spinning around. Getting really good luck right now, though. The closer you stay to Demix, the better, because that's where they all spawn from. So over 40 is really good.
That looked like a very, very good one.
You can't control where Sora throws the clones. It's based on what you're like auto-targeted onto somewhat, and you can't control that at all. So I got really lucky that I stayed next to Demix that whole time.
Yeah, I think a TAS of that has gotten around like a 52 or something like that, which is absolutely insane. I think I've gotten like a 50 once before in my life, and that's like to think that that's possible on FM is pretty insane.
Yeah,
I got a 53 on a race a long time ago.
Did?
not in
Yeah,
FM though.
with KH. No, it was English.
Yeah, English. That's yeah.
Okay, yeah. That is possible, but that's still insane.
Yeah, Backpack got a 54 in English. Yeah. Basically, alright, so in this fight I'm gonna be trying to get hit a whole bunch. This is to make Goofy use up all of his potions. He has 3 equipped right now, and I want to make sure he uses all of them in this fight. Oh, you know what? That's actually fine. I can also get boosted XP from the soldiers. I didn't exactly need that. I was fine on XP, but it's a nice thing. Yeah. So just keep hitting me. Keep using potions. Don't die though. That would be bad. He might have used his third on Donald. I wasn't paying enough attention. Usually what happens.
Instead of menuing them out manually, it's faster to just use this dead... You're not losing or gaining any time here, so this is just dead time. So he uses this chance to have Goofy use all the potions himself, so he doesn't have to do it himself.
Right, exactly. And he actually he used the potion at the start of this fight. Funny. Alright, that was an okay fight. Only one pinball. I reached level 14.
Pinballless on this fight is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Briefly describe what pinball is. It's where he creates the shield, and the only way to break it quickly is to use the reaction command for Hercules to break it. If you can avoid that, then it's a really fast fight.
I just got Trinity Limit, which is the first, like, limit we can use as these 3, and we're using it a bunch in this fight. Trinity Limit is kind of hard to explain, but basically, with the first 3 parts of it, you're not directly doing damage, but you are building up a hit counter. And then when you use the last part of Trinity, it applies what you got at what hits you got as damage. So that's. Now I could be safe and actually go use the Aaron RC, but screw that. I'm not a baby. Playing on baby mode. It is a little bit faster to do it this way, unless you get trolled. I did not. If you do it this way, you get to hear the famous line.
Riz, I think he's telling you to get on his back.
I think he is,
Hide
yeah.
his back at least. Dude, what if you got on... I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
But I didn't get the most favorable head pattern here. And I landed on him, which is awkward, but whatever. He'll do... yeah.
Dude, sick.
I can't see anything right now. I'm gonna assume that's enough damage. It might actually not be, though. It was. So perfect fight there, you can actually end that without using the last Trinity, but that's still fun.
$95% chance
Yeah.
to work.
Nice Heroes Crest. That
Yes.
thing's important.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yes, it is. Be equipping that right away. So we're forced because of story reasons to go here now. Not much to do in this part. It's just one fight, and then we can move on.
Yeah. After 2 worlds, you automatically get sent here, and after you, or once you're done with this world, you get introduced to the first summon of the game.
Alright, so I equipped Hero's Crest. Hero's Crest is one of the most useful Keyblades in the game. Using that for a really long time. And then I also unequipped the XP boost and re-equipped combo boost. I'm not going to be using XP boost again. Fight really wasn't that great, but still fine. Oh, please.
Pretty much a throwaway fight anyway.
Yeah. Possible to lose a lot of time there, though. Doesn't usually happen. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna get Chicken Little here. That's the first summon. Won't be seeing that until Timeless, though.
Yes, Chicken Little is probably one of the more useful summons that you get in the run.
Especially on beginner.
Also, yeah, a lot of people are noticing how quick Riz is doing these menus. After playing the game for a while, you really learn how to optimize this stuff. Riz has been optimizing menus for God knows how long, so he's one of the best.
Actually, I'm gonna quickly take a little bathroom break during this mission, so I'll be right back.
That's cool.
Alright. Well, we got at least one donation here. Yeah, we got one. From a Wyatt Merle. $10. Hey guys, this is KH2FM. Riz, I have a question. Was that good? Put this towards Silver Fighting Armor of the Master in his BBS All Stories. Well, thanks KH2FM for the $10 donation. Much appreciated.
Thank you all for watching the stream. I guess I'll remind everybody that this is the Kingdom Hearts Community Marathon. We are running from today, November 14th, all the way to Tuesday, November 18th, 24/7. We're going to be giving you just about every single main Kingdom Hearts games you could want. I could look at the schedule real quick. Right now we've got...
I think we've got every game.
Yeah. Right now we have Riz's Kingdom Hearts 2 Beginner 80% run. Next up, we're going to be having a race of Recom Reverse Rebirth between Blade Shard 12 and Sonic Shadow Silver 2. We also have a bidding war for a hacked fight where Riku will actually fight a boss from Sora's story. So it's a bidding war between Riku versus either Cloud, Axel, Larxene, Vexen, Marluxia 1, or Marluxia 2 and 3. So make sure to donate towards one of those things so that we can see Sonic show that off. He's been working really hard on that. And then after that race, tonight we'll be having KH2 English 80% Beginner by Sephiroth1277. And he has a donation incentive to fight Sephiroth on crowd mode. So keep on bringing the donations in. We're going to be having Kingdom Hearts games from basically the entire series. Later on in the marathon, we're going to be having Cyberman 6 doing Recoded. We're going to be having Pokemon Rocks and... Well, actually, I think Draz dropped out. We're going to have Pokemon Rocks do Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days, however the heck you want to pronounce it. 179 days if you want to do the math. We've got Kingdom Hearts 1.5. We've got regular GBA GBA Chain of Memories by Ghost Wheel.
That's exciting to see.
We got just about everything, guys. So stay tuned. Look at the schedule. Bookmark your favorites. Show up when you need to. We got just about everything that you could want for Kingdom Hearts. So take a gander and yeah, you'll get just about everything you need.
These next 4 days, it's gonna run into Wednesday probably also, but these next 4 days, all the way up to Tuesday and Wednesday, are just gonna be jam packed with like awesome fights that you. Like, if you've never seen a run of any Kingdom Hearts games before and you've played them all, it will really blow your mind on how we do some of these. It's kind of crazy.
Alright, so we're in Beast Castle now. So this first fight... Oh, you have something else you say?
Oh, yeah, no. KH2FM asked you a question in his donation. It was that good?
Yes, good. I'm actually gonna go to the shop here and just buy a couple sardonyx rings. That first fight ends just based on number of hits you get, so you're just gonna do that to do it fast. I bought 2 sardonyx rings because they each give 1 AP and 1 strength, and I'll be needing the AP and strength later on. We're coming up on the Thresholder boss fight. There's a trick I can do on him called the 1 cycle, where as soon as he's knocked out of the wall once, the Possessor's flying around, you can actually kill him in just 1 combo. This is pretty random though, and if I don't get it, it's not a huge deal. On an English run or something, not getting it actually pretty much kills the run, so most people just don't go for it, which is smart. But in FM...
Yeah, the famous Thresholder 1 cycle. Continue.
Yeah. So in FM, even if I fail it, I have the drive recovery I picked up in Hollow Bastion that I can just use right away. Get back to 3 drive. I also have enough drive that even if I fail it, I can still end the fight in Valor and be able to get my drive back that way. But that's pretty hard to do. So hopefully I just get it.
Yeah, if he gets it, then it saves at least 15 seconds.
Yeah, just about.
The fight, normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to release the core and go through 2 cycles before you kill it. But if you do enough damage in 1 cycle, you can actually kill it then and there, which will save you the 15 seconds. But like Rita said, it's quite a difficult feat to accomplish.
I didn't get it. Oh well. I also messed up a bit at the start, but... So I don't think I'll be able to kill it fast enough to retain Valor. Maybe if the drive orbs are still floating around, I will. Or not. Alright, so no, I have to use the drive recovery. Oh well. Like I said, it's really random if that combo will kill or not. There's no way to guarantee it. If I'd been able to end the fight even a few seconds faster, even with that, I would have been able to pick up the drive orbs and retain Valor for him for this running section, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to do, all in all, but it's a good thing that he has the drive recovery, which will give him his 3 bars of drive that he needs back.
Yep.
If this was on English, it would be kind of a disaster.
Yeah, if it was on English, I wouldn't even have gone for it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it on English.
Unless you're going for record.
Well, yeah. Even then, you could get record without it, still. Barely. But record, you probably want it. So they actually made this minigame have some semblance of difficulty. It's still not hard or anything, but that friend gauge goes down really fast. If you make any stupid mistakes with breaking these boxes, can be pretty bad.
I think this'll do the trick.
Let's go.
They don't whiff any hits here. So, in FM Beginner, you can defeat this guy in just one air combo. You can't do that on English Beginner. Good. Problem is, Valor likes to whiff hits a lot.
One-man army Sora.
Yeah. So I took off Beast Limit there as well as one of his attacks. Taking off one of his attacks isn't truly necessary, I don't think. It's just kind of a safety thing. I feel safer with it off. And then Beast Limit is, I never use it, and it just gets in the way, so. And now this is actually a save warp, I forgot to mention. You can go back to the world map and then warp back in at a different spot in the world, and it cuts out a lot of running back and forth in this world.
Yeah, the save's about 40 seconds, besides just running all the way across the entire castle to make it to Belle's room. It's a kind of funny. You do another save warp later in the run in this world too, because you do this world in 2 trips the second time you do it.
And this isn't the save warp thing isn't used in any other world either. It's weird.
Yeah.
Can you explain this one if you want?
Alright, so what he's doing right here, this boss is actually in 2 forms. This is the first one. He runs backward to change the entire AI layout of this guy. He does a completely different pattern that way. And then what he does, because of that AI pattern, is he can do enough damage to catch him before he hops into the wall, or the window. It's called windowless. So this is the fastest way that you can kill him. As you can see, Sora's just dealing a crap load of damage because of how over-leveled he is at this point. And for this part right here, the second phase of the fight, all he has to do is do some quick damage with Valor Form and then use Trinity Limit to do even more damage to stun him. That'll get rid of these dark orbs, and then all he has to do is a couple more combos and he's dead.
Yep. I'm glad I did both those fights perfectly. That was good.
Yeah,
That Beast Castle was really nice.
Yeah.
The two quickest bosses that you'll ever see.
Yeah. The Darkthorn strat though, that took it. It's really simple, but it took a very long time to figure out. Like, I'd been running the game for like over a year by the time I had found that strat. And it's just, when I found it, I was like, wow, I can't believe that even works. It's just so simple.
It seems so obvious and simple.
Yeah. Like, why did we never try this? And that fight actually works the exact same on English Beginner, even though Trinity damage is different and your damage is different, it still works out the exact same.
Yeah.
Go ahead about crit.
Oh, crit uses kind of a modified version of that strat. It's just instead of Trinity, you have to use Beast Limit, but that's not important. Here in Disney Castle.
Yep. Another AP boost.
Yeah. If you watch KH2 English runs, this is an AP boost you usually never see because it's just a little bit too out of the way and it's just not necessary to get.
Yeah, it is, however, necessary here. Alright, so we're coming up on escort missions. I don't know why recently, like, every KH game needs escort missions, but they do, I guess, and they're all bad, but These ones aren't super awful, and in fact, there's actually kind of a consistent way to do the first one. See if I don't screw that up.
This way. Let's go.
Escorts are fun times.
Oh yeah. Ah, damn. Yep, I knew it. I mistimed that. I should have waited like a half a second before doing that one. Oh well.
This way.
Wow, mini, please. Should be able to make it unless this bomb comes and ruins everything. Almost did, okay. That was alright.
Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way.
This one, there really isn't any strategy. You just run forward, use the RC, run forward, use the RC.
This way.
And hope
Yeah.
you don't get trolled by bolt towers, but
Beginner doesn't have the EXP boost strengths, right?
yeah,
I mean,
critical
not
doesn't
the
either.
EXP boost, they just have grinding. No
Yeah.
grinding.
I'm
Yeah.
good on experience right now.
This way.
Yeah, Crit has to use this fight to get a little bit more experience, because, as you saw, Beginner actually made it to 14 in Olympus Coliseum before Hydra.
This way.
Crit makes it to level 14 in Timeless River.
I
The
thought I
two
could
worlds
sneak
later.
that one. Well,
This way. Let's go.
that's alright. I'm gonna equip those rings I bought earlier right now.
Yeah, he bought 2 Sardonyx rings. What those give him are 1 AP and 1 strength each. So he has 2 accessory slots. He'll just replace the metal and put the other Sardonyx ring in the empty slot. That'll give him AP and also the necessary strength that he needs.
So we're coming up onto Timeless River. Timeless River is a pretty neat world. It's a neat concept, at least. The fights are... I don't know. I like them a bit, but they can go wrong really easily. But we'll see. And this is, again, I'm going to be showing off Chicken Little a lot in this world. Oh, and earlier on, way back in Roxas, when I was equipping the metal, I also turned off summon animations. That means that they won't play a cutscene when I summon them ever.
What's that for?
SP is a bit of a joke. Okay, let's... We'll actually go to this window first, because I actually want to reach level 15 before I do the construction site window. And level 15 gives me a reaction boost, so I need that. Here's Chicken Little. So Chicken Little's power is like kind of like a magnet ability. He can pull in enemies with his whistle. And also stun them with his firecrackers.
Yeah, Chicken Little got a buff in FM compared to English. In FM, his firecrackers actually do damage, whereas in English, they just stun enemies, they do no damage. And I'm pretty heavily convinced that his AI is like 10 times better in FM, where like he'll whistle and firecracker and throw baseballs like on command a lot better than in English.
Not so sure about that, but that could be the
But
case.
Chicken Little got a lot better.
So, okay, the way Chicken
Go
Little
ahead,
works
Tyler.
with the whistles is it's based on proximity to enemies, so you need to be kind of far away from these enemies for him to start whistling. And so you always want to make sure your distance is something you're looking at. And so on the cars here, I use Thunder, knock them up in the air so that they don't ever go berserk.
Yeah, you might remember this if you played this game casually. The cars probably just berserked around and just kind of slammed into you a bunch, but if you get them to about half health and then punch them into the air and air combo them there, then they won't do anything. You'll be completely safe.
Yeah, I was stuck on this fight for 2 days. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. I'm glad, like, 5 years later we were able to help you out.
Yeah, I was a kid, dude. This fight was just like a nightmare. I was stuck on it for a while. Just because, you know, when I was a kid, it was, what's summoning? I'm gonna hit this thing with a key.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was stuck on Light Cycle forever. Trust me, we were all that kid.
Oh no, this fight, I don't know what happened. I messed something up here.
Oh, Chicken Little, please.
Yeah. Not supposed to do that? Alright, well, that's too bad.
Yeah, what happened there was, I guess Chicken Little whistled the enemies right as he started bouncing around on the scaffolding, and that kind of messed everything up. He was supposed to be able to kill the minute bombs really quickly with the reaction command, and then kill the hammer guys as well. But that's not too bad. He just lost a little bit of time that way.
That was probably my fault, if anything. I don't know. Stuff happens. Okay, so this is the last window. I'm not using Chicken Little here because so far during all these windows, after the fight, Donald and Goofy aren't in your party. They're kind of walking around in that room, so you get auto-reverted from things like drives and summons. After this fight, you won't be. So if you use Chicken Little here, he will just be with you after the fight, which you don't want. And I'm in the worst spot for that, but whatever. Well, fine. So I just use Trinity there instead of Chicken Little. So that now I can use Valor after this fight.
Give me strength.
Yeah, he's using Valor right here because
Couldn't follow me if you wanted to.
with when it comes to reaction commands that do damage, the game calculates the damage. It calculates your second Keyblade into the damage. So he has Hero's Crest and Starseeker. Hero's Crest is 4 strength and Starseeker is 3. So it kind of like adds them both together to create like a strength of 7 instead of just Hero's Crest strength. So he's doing a lot more damage with that reaction command that throws trash back at Pete, and he's able to do it in just 3 trash. Or 1 cycle.
And that also applies to the damage dealing on this crane. I'm doing... oh, dang, I messed that up. I'm doing more damage than I would be as normal Sora. Also, I grabbed an AP boost there. There's another chest that I almost grabbed, but I don't actually need to grab it, so...
Yeah, he's going to be picking up a synthesis item in a chest later on. The synthesis item, as long as you get 1 and you turn it into the Moogle at some point, you'll get a free elixir. And that's the 1 elixir that you get through the entire game. Or the entire run, rather.
What's that for?
So, when I equip Reaction Boost, I also equipped Counter Guard. Now, Counter Guard makes this fight a joke, because you can do that. Every time he says get out of my way, you can just parry, Counter Guard, and break his attack. I got Counter Guard from Cerberus, actually, and they changed that. In English, you would get that from, what, Hades? Like, from the second visit? But here you get it in the first visit from Cerberus, so... this fight is a complete joke with it equipped.
Yeah, that's another little minor difference in between FM and the other versions. They changed the abilities around, so you get different abilities in different spots. So that's kind of what FM is known for. It has a lot of minor tweaks to the game, which kind of gives an overall different gameplay feel. You can kind of just tell it's a different game than KH2 English.
I don't know how it was on the air. I don't know how that turned into an air combo, but whatever.
Yeah, I saw that. That was some weird stuff.
Alright. He's stone, that was fine. So you saw I used Trinity on the second phaser. That's just, honestly, I wonder if that's even faster for FM beginner, but it's just really easy to do. With counter guard, I don't think it'd be that hard to do that phase without it, but I don't know. This is the safest going mission of the game, and I'm actually probably gonna take another bathroom break here. Not gonna lie.
Go for it, dude. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Go for it.
I got something to say for you, because I know some of these need your input and stuff. Alright.
I'll be right back.
So, thanks once again, everyone, for watching. Got some donations here. First one here from Scott Simmons. And it reads for $15, and it doesn't have any comment to it. So, actually, yeah, there's no comment to it. So, we're going to leave $15 just for, I'll give that to Riz and give it his choice for that one. And we've also got another donation, a $5 donation from a Brian Dunlap. This marathon is hype. If I had a job, this would be much more. Put this towards whatever you want to. Your boy, be true. Well, thank you, your boy, be true. Much appreciated. And we've got a $50 donation. $50, nice. From a Kahari Mickens. No comment to it. He wanted to make sure this money goes to $25 for Lord Kairu in 3D and $25 to 2.5 Larkscene Absent Silhouette. So the Absent Silhouette donation incentive has been met. So you guys will be seeing Larkscene in 2.5, the Absent Silhouette. Excellent. And then we have a $10 donation from Jack White, who wants his donation to go to Riku versus Axel in the Sonic and Blade Shards race. So afterwards, we will be seeing, well, I can say because it's a bidding war. So right now there's $10 in Riku versus Axel. Everything else not there yet. So keep it up if you want to see other fights. Make sure you dump your cash load on wherever you want in Reverse Rebirth Recom. And we have a $10 donation from Joshua Stearns, aka Silver. Thanks, Silver. Shoutouts to Riz for making every strat in every KH game with the little troll happy face. Put this to my boy Sonic fighting Marluxia 1 in Recom. So we have a tie with
Thanks.
Riku versus Axel and Riku versus Marluxia 1. So thank you all for donating. Keep on tuning in. You guys will be able to see some really cool stuff.
Alright. We're heading into port roll now. I'm using Chicken Little here a lot as well. As well as a lot of magic. So, pirates are enemies that are extremely weak to magic.
Let's go.
They're weak to all of it, but Blizzard is the most useful because it freezes them in place. I'll be using Blizzard mostly here.
Yeah, a lot of people might, when they played this for the first time, they might not have just gone straight in with the Keyblade, and you hit like Proud Mode or something like that, then you might have gotten wrecked a little bit by the pirates because they're pretty annoying. But what you might not know is they're incredibly weak to magic. As you can see right here, Riz is just gonna destroy them with Blizzard.
Once again, Chicken Little just pulls in enemies and just makes them easy to hit. So, and it'll happen here with these Heartless. I'll just magic with Chicken Little. Oh, that's kind of trolly, but whatever. I'm actually gonna... This isn't faster than what I'm about to do, but I want to show this off.
Oh, I love this.
You can break
That's
this
amazing.
box just through the wall like that. I don't know why. It's
Awesome.
it's silly that you can do that. I'm gonna use FPS mode. This is just to get some summon experience. It's not super necessary, but...
Yeah. He wants to be at summon level 2. You get so many experience when you consume summon gauges in the middle of a summon, so using a limit like that will just drain it all the way down to 0 and give him all the experience that he needs immediately.
So in that menu there, I changed Goofy to Party Attack, like I did with Mulan earlier, and then Donald to Sora Attack. Sora Attack means Donald will just not do anything, he'll just let you do all the attacking. Party Attack is, like I explained with Mulan, just makes him attack things that you aren't. This is entirely for the first fight in Agrabah, so when we get there you'll see. Because I'm using Chicken Little for most of this world anyway, I don't need them helping out or anything. And that ambush there, that's the only ambush that I fight. It is faster to fight that ambush. The other ones I'll just be hiding in the boat for.
A lot of people who played this game for the first time also probably had no idea that you could change the AI of your partners unless you really did some looking through the menus. But that's a big part of the speedrun, is you change your partner's AI patterns to do what you want. So Party Attack and Sora Attack are used quite a lot throughout the run. Party Attack has whoever's on Party Attack attacks whatever you're not targeting, and Sora Attack just makes them not attack at all. They just support you with items or healing abilities if they have them. Both of these are very, very useful, so it just lets you do all of the damage.
And Sora's a bit of a one-man army anyway, so you don't need them helping.
Right.
So here I'm just
You
trying
really
to
want
get...
a duck
What?
and a dog following you around, doing whatever they please and screwing you over. No, you don't.
I guess not.
Bottom line, this is just a money grind.
Yeah, money,
Yeah,
experience.
right here he's getting EXP and money.
There's the second ambush. I'm just gonna hide this one out. You can beat it relatively quickly. It's still a few seconds slower though. And on critical you do that because you want experience and money, items, but not needed to do that on beginner, so I don't.
Yeah, a lot of people are already confused, thinking that Chicken Little is horrible in this game. He's actually quite useful
What?
if you know how to use
No,
him properly.
he's amazing.
In this game, yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of people probably have never used summons before, so they probably just assumed that you sucked or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But... Okay. That screwed up... It did. It screwed up the spawns. So, this dagger guy's out a lot earlier than I want him to be. Makes things a bit tricky. Okay, we're back to normal now. Actually gonna use a couple ethers in this fight, because I have them. And being able to just spam Blizzard is really nice. So... Okay, so this is actually fine. Oh, come on. Come on, just... This is ridiculous. There we go. Or not? Alright, whatever. They kept getting... it's fine. Freaking little did kind of troll me at the end there, but that was alright. But yeah, Chingdoodle is proximity based, so it can be hard to create the necessary distance for him to whistle there. Kinda cramped, but it worked out alright.
Yeah. Boat fight, or medallion fight, however you want to call it, that's probably one of the most annoying fights in KH2 speedrun history. We still have not found a consistent strat for it.
Well, on English anyway.
Well, semi-consistent.
Like,
semi-consistent, but it's
honestly,
hard to break.
The fight is alright on beginner FM because you're so strong. But
right.
English beginner is it's yeah, not great.
On crit, it's just wonderful. It's fantastic.
Oh. Grab more AP. Now I could have gone Valor earlier on in that barrel section. I prefer not to though. It only saves like a second or two, and you have a higher chance of getting hit in my experience. So I just wait till the end to go Valor.
And now he's headed to Barbosa, the final boss.
Final boss.
Of the entire game. No, this is just the final boss of the world. Not
Oh
much of a
no,
boss,
get
by
down
the
from
way.
there, please. What are you doing, Barbosa? That's fine,
Oh.
whatever. God, that's so annoying.
So Barbosa is a pirate just like the rest of them. So he has the same weaknesses, so he can be frozen by Blizzard just like the rest of them. So you can just do this, and yeah, he's not much of a fight.
Nah, he's not much at all. He just do so much damage, like... you don't need... On English or something, you'd probably freeze him 2 or 3 times, but here, nah, you don't need to. That's Port World. Pretty short world. All in all, that went pretty well. Alright, if there's anything else you need to read, Ace, go for
Bring
it.
it on.
Alright. Oh, we got one more donation from a Neil Johnson.
Ah,
Riku,
Hey, that's
a
good.
$15 donation. Riku versus Larxene. Good luck to all the runners. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you, BB, for restreaming and doing everything you have for the marathon. You're the best, man.
you're the
I haven't really
greatest.
done much, but thanks.
But yeah, that currently puts Riku versus Larxene in the lead with $15. Riku versus Axel and versus Marluxia 1 are all at $10, and the rest are at nothing so far. So Riku versus Larxene might be the one that we see. If you want to see a hack fight in Reverse Rebirth with Riku versus various Sora Story bosses, it comes out to Cloud, Axel, Larxene, Vexen, Marluxia 1, and Marluxia 2 and 3. Be sure to donate and chat and pop whatever amount is in the lead at the time if you want to see that fight. Sonic's been working really hard on this, so it'd be really awesome to see.
Alright. So I guess I'm gonna just talk about Agrabah since we forgot to go there. So my goal in Agrabah is actually to reach Wisdom Form level 3. You just got Wisdom Form from Timeless, but I haven't been using it at all yet. Wisdom Form level 3 will give me Quick Run, which is just, you know, faster form movement. And so you'll be seeing me killing a bunch of Heartless and stuff in Wisdom Form. That's how it's leveled up. Oh, but first we need to kill this boss, because I don't want to die, that being said. Okay, and before even the Wisdom stuff, in the first fight in Agrabah, the fastest way to handle it is to just take enough damage so that the game says, hey, you suck, I'm ending the fight for you. So I'll be trying to do that. This is why I set Goofy to party attack. Yeah, it's because if he's on Sora attack, and if he's on anything else, he will just like kind of stand next to you and block hits for you, which can be pretty annoying. So if he's on party attack, he'll be off doing his own thing. And then Donald's on Sora attack, but he doesn't, you know, do anything either. For a long time, I had thought that Trinity was the fastest way to deal with this fight, because that's the way I do it on English Beginner, but you actually just take so much more damage in FM Beginner that it is faster to take damage here. By a lot. Like, a lot. Like, not great luck, but whatever. He has 2 attacks he can do, and that's the slower one. There we go. Get destroyed now. Or not. I should have killed me, but yeah, there we go. Didn't get great luck there. That was still probably around 5 seconds faster than using Trinity, though, so... Okay, kind of a decently sized menu here.
I can't get over the fact on how much those Heartless, they combo the crap out of you like you're in Tekken. Like,
Yeah, it only takes one combo on crit to get you knocked out there, but yeah, it's much faster, even on beginner, to just die to those guys.
Alright, I should have said this is a big menu, so you guys be quiet. Because that was my bad.
sorry.
If you want serious mode, just call for it, dude.
Yeah,
Be quiet.
I
Sorry
should have.
about
That was my bad. No, it was like Ace started shouting right as I was starting. I was like, oh my god. All right. So yeah.
Has big voice.
It's fine though. It's fine. We did the menu correctly in the end. All right. Yeah, I'm just killing some Heartless, getting some experience. I want to reach level 2 before I enter the cave. We going Wisdom again here?
What he's doing here. Sorry. What he's doing here is leveling up Wisdom Form to get Quick Run. He wants a form of movement that doesn't use dry forms. That's going to be useful later on. You can either get Dodge Roll from Limit Form, or you can get Quick Run from Wisdom Form. And Quick Run, just going through Agrabah, is quite fast. It only takes about 45 seconds of setup to do it, whereas Limit Form takes about 1:30. So you save about 45 seconds using the Wisdom route.
And actually, believe it or not, I still have the splits from the world record of the old route, Limit route, and I can actually beat those splits Agrabah, even leveling Wisdom Form. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we've optimized strats plenty since the
Yeah.
355 that kind of broke this game about a year ago.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ahiran.
That wasn't the hero.
Oh, that was Rupa actually.
Yeah, well, thank him anyways. He's a jerk.
So Hiran and Rupa are two very good Japanese speedrunners of KH. Neither of them are all that active anymore, though, unfortunately. But Rupa was the record holder before I was in this game. And he kind of showed us all that we didn't know what the heck we were doing.
The big Japanese representative now is Rain Nakoko. He's the world record holder for level 1 data.org, and he's quite an impressive runner.
The spawn, the second coming of Rupa is in him. I can just see it, dude.
Right now I'm just trying to get my my drive gauge back to 3. That, as we've shown before, isn't very hard to do.
Oh boy, going a little crazy on this this Larxene hacked fight.
Alright, hopefully I can get the swag ending here.
Oh yeah, the best strat ever.
Yeah!
This fight.
Dude, over a minute. That's extremely good. That was absolutely perfect.
So, it's kind of hard to describe. Well, if you think about it for a second, you might understand what happened. He reflected the ice shard back at the fortune teller. The reflect didn't go quite off yet, so what he did is he used Trinity Limit to kind of teleport himself straight over to the fortune teller, and then the reflect did the rest of the damage to kill it. So really quick success. It's a really quick way to take care of the last guy. It's the little small things that optimize everything.
So, you gotta provoke these guys with just one hit. I was doing this in the other fight too, but one hit provokes them into attacking, and then you just reflect that attack. And now I'm level 3, so I can revert. Make sure I was level 3. I have actually reverted early by mistake before. It was fun.
So, this fight right here has a lot of really small Heartless that are very easy to kill with Reflect, so this is why it's a really ideal spot to level up Wisdom Form and get a lot of experience. And a quick reminder that Wisdom Form levels up per Heartless kill, so he needs to kill a certain amount of Heartless in that amount of time to make it to level 3.
Yeah. I'm level 3. And this is another thing FM changed was drives require a lot less experience to level up. So in English, to reach level 3 Wisdom Form, I would need 80 Heartless kills. And FM is 36. Let that sink in for a bit. Oh wait, whoops. Got one thing.
Yeah, that's if you want to figure out the math there, that's less than half of the English requirement.
So doing this just isn't viable in English runs at all. But
Yeah.
here, it works out really nicely.
Yeah, that's again another small difference. They lower the total experience requirement to level up forms in FM as opposed to English, so that's another small difference between FM and English. Kind of hard to describe all of the differences when someone asks what's the difference between FM and English.
People ask, what exactly is the difference? And I'm like, there are a lot of differences.
It's really hard to just name all of them.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but this will be fine. Ideally, you want to catch the Volcanic Lord before he ever does that bouncing attack. Donald! If Donald used one Thunder on that Lord before that combo finished, I would have killed it, but that was fine still. The sort of fight. Yeah, go ahead.
What he did there is he wants to break apart these guys over and over as quickly as possible so he can get to their final phase and combo them to death. So he does a lot of just normal air combos, and he sets it up at the very start with a comet to stun the Volcanic Lord to prevent him from, like Riz said, to stop him from bouncing around. Bouncing around is probably the worst thing that can happen in this fight. Well, there's a lot of bad things that can happen in this fight, but bouncing around is probably the source of the problems in this fight. All in all, that was a pretty solid fight from the looks of things.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna fill my drink, I think. Oh. Once again, if you have anything you guys need to say, go for it. This is the last Gary mission for a while, so...
This sure is
Yeah.
exciting.
And we're just in luck. I don't really have any donations to read off, so BB, tell them why we're here.
Alright, well, guys, this is the Kingdom Hearts Community Marathon. We are raising money to get as many community members from the Kingdom Hearts speedrunning community to make it to AGDQ. AGDQ stands for Awesome Games Done Quick. It is the largest gaming charity that we've seen. It raised over a charity event that lasts all week, and because of that popularity that AGDQ has gotten in the last few years, it's very, very hard to get your speed game into the marathon. Kingdom Hearts has been denied for the past 3 years, but we finally got accepted this year with a bid war between KH2FM and 1.5. So, because this could be our one shot, we want to make it last, and we want to show the people that run AGDQ that we're very serious about this, and we want to show them how hype and big our community really is by having all of our community members there. So we're raising money to send our community members to go. It's
we really
big
just
deal.
want to show how much we love this game, in general. Kingdom Hearts, I'm sure.
The series itself is kind of it's I feel like, well, we feel like it's kind of underrated compared to other RPGs like Final Fantasy. So we kind of want to show them, why there's a lot of hype behind this community and why this game kind of just deserves its chance at AGDQ.
Yeah, it's truly an amazing thing, and thank you all for making it 440 viewers on the first run.
And we've already raised over $700, which is quite amazing. So our goal was I think $2,000.
4,000.
4,000? 4,000. Our goal is already 4,000, so we've already almost hit 1/4 of the goal on the first run, on the first day of the marathon. So you guys have done an amazing job of raising money. It's been really awesome commentating and doing all of this for the first run so far. So thank you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome, and we can't thank you enough for you all tuning in and just watching what we do, and just show so we can showcase and show you that we really do love this fucking game. Kingdom Hearts is awesome, and it means a lot to us that you guys are donating and helping us so we can get other people to the AGDQ, and it's gonna be amazing at the end of this, and I just know it.
Alright. Guys, for filling time.
Oh, problemo, mate.
So, in Halloween Town... Oh, go ahead.
One last quick thing. Next up after this run is going to be a Kingdom Hearts Recom Reverse a Birth race between Blade Shard 12 and Sonic Shadow Silver 2. And we have a bid war to show off a hacked fight with Riku versus one of Sora's boss fights. So, if you want to see a specific fight, we have plenty of bosses to choose from. So, check out the schedule, check out the donation tracker, and donate for your favorite boss for Riku to fight against.
Alright, cool. Please do that. So, just like in Agrabah and Halloween Town, we're actually going to lose to this first fight. It's just faster. So to do that, I'm actually going to summon Genie, which we just got from Agrabah. This is just to get rid of my party members, so they don't interfere with me dying or anything. And in that menu, I stole Jack's items, his ethers, and then I equipped Finishing Leap. Finishing leap is what you get from Agrabah instead of explosion. In English, you got explosion, and explosion is just a... Gosh, I'm getting really bad luck here. Hit me properly. Thank you. I need this attack. This is way faster. Alright, there we go. So, explosion is just a really, really, really strong ground finisher. It's pretty absurdly powerful, so they don't give it to you in FM as early as they did in English. Instead you get finishing leap, which is an alright ability. It's definitely not as good as explosion, but it's also not terrible. I'll be using it a lot. Finishing leap is kind of like slam the ground and, well, you'll see it in the Berserkers fight, so whatever. So, this fight requires a bit of concentration that I'm about to do. It requires some really good timing at the start, so I hope I don't mess this one up.
Yeah, probably the biggest difference in terms of abilities is what Riz just mentioned. Explosion, they changed it from getting it in Agrabah 1 to getting it in Space Paranoids 2, which is a huge difference. So they replace Explosion with Finishing Leap, which is okay, but it would probably be much faster if we got Explosion instead of Finishing Leap.
Honestly, it'd be faster if we could just got both. Finishing Leap has its uses in a lot of places, and sometimes it's better than Explosion. Oftentimes, though, you would prefer Explosion. But since it's in Space Paranoids 2, that's someplace I won't even be going this run, because you can skip it. So you won't be seeing Explosion ever this run, unfortunately.
Yeah, what you'll be seeing in KH2 any percent, at least, is you're not going to be visiting every single world. So, unfortunately, if you want to see Pride Lands, you're not going to be seeing it in any percent runs. You'll be seeing them in all worlds runs. Any percent you completely skip Pride Lands, the second visit of Olympus Coliseum where you fight Hades, and the second visit of Space Paranoids 2 where you fight MCP, and you also skip Atlantica and 100 Acre Wood naturally.
Alright, so here's Prison Keeper. The form he chooses at the start is random, so let's see what I got. I got Lock, that's alright. I think I prefer Barrel the most at the start. It's just the easiest to get rid of first, but it doesn't really make a difference. I go into Trinity just for some extra damage, keep it stunned. Get him to his first HP barrier. And... okay, I gotta do a second one. That's perfect. No, yeah, I don't like Barrel here, but... ugh.
So, Prison Keeper has a bunch of HP barriers that you have to go through for him to do a form change. Since he has Lock, Shock, and Barrel, he goes through supposedly 3 form changes, but because he uses Valor form to quickly go through, to quickly do damage and go through all of these HP barriers, he only has to go through 2 before getting to final phase. From there, he just gets to use Dance Call, which is Jack's limit. Does a ton of damage, and he just destroys this fight.
Perfect fight. That felt really good. So yeah, I could use Valor there. Well, I guess we can go into anti-points soon, huh? Will actually be relevant.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So, a lot of people ask us whether or not anti-form plays a part in the run, and back in the day it used to, but now we've kind of figured out exactly how the how anti-form works. There's an invisible counter in the game that counts how many times you use drive forms. As most people know, the more you use drive forms, the higher chance of anti-form. And there's actually a chart that that kind of maps out if you have between this range of anti-points, between like 0 and 5, and 6 and 10, and 11 and 15, then the percent chance of getting an anti-form will be this. So, because we know that system, and because of a bunch of other varying factors, like if you use a drive form outside of battle, you'll never go into anti-form, or if you use a drive form with Hercules or something like that, then you'll never get anti-form. Because of all this knowledge that we know, we can actually plan out when we use drive forms, so that we never really have to worry about anti-form because our anti-point count is just so low. So it's kind of hard to explain without there being like, you know, concrete evidence, but if you want to, you can kind of like look up anti-form on KHBBS and they'll give you some decent information about anti-points and how the system works. I think before I toss it off to Riz, I think the biggest thing to note is that when you get a new drive form, your anti-points reset. So Riz is gonna get limit form really soon, and his anti-points are just gonna reset, and they're gonna reset again with master form, which is gonna be very important for how we route out drive forms for the rest of the run. So with that long-winded explanation, the best explanation is no, we don't have to worry about anti-form. We can route everything out and not have to worry about it. Also, this is the Oogie Boogie fight. It's kind of an annoying fight to deal with. You have to go through 3 phases of hitting presence up to him to break his platform, and then damage him. Right here in the second form, he uses Dance Call because Oogie sends down some Heartless to try and distract you, but you can just use Dance Call to get rid of them and damage Oogie at the same time.
Didn't get the one frame.
Right here coming up is a... Get the one frame?
Did not.
Oh, okay, sorry. Alright, well there's a one frame trick there. It's one of the only frame specific tricks in the game, where if you nail the reaction command on that one frame, you get sent back to center stage earlier than normal. It saves like around 3 seconds or so. It's not quite that important, but it feels really good when you get it. Right here, Oogie will either go towards the middle or the outside, and what you want to do is you want to get to center stage as quickly as possible. So if he stays in the middle, then you'll just be right there for it, and if he goes all the way to the right, then you'll be in time to get it. Back in the day, that used to be random. We would just guess because we weren't really fast enough.
I still guess, honestly. Screw it. I mean, it depends on what. Sometimes you'll get presented with the one to go far right or far left instead of center, so that happens to just guess. Easily. I kind of lost track of what I was doing there.
That was a pretty good fight.
So, yeah, I was actually really smooth. Absolutely nothing went wrong there, except not getting the one frame. So.
Thankfully, that's one of the more long-winded fights that's out of the way, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Now for one of the... This fight coming up here is really short, but also really, really annoying, so... we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna summon Chicken Little once again.
Yeah.
The Berserkers are jerks.
Yep, the Jerkers.
Absolutely.
Also known as Berserkers. Berserkers, well, if you played this game before, you probably remember. They're the nobodies with the hammers, or claymores, whatever you want to call them. And if they get hit or lightly tapped, it just kind of depends, then they'll just berserk. They'll become like super tiny and just hit you over and over with their hammer. You want to avoid that, but it's kind of difficult to reliably do damage to them and avoid that at the same time. So Riz is gonna try and do the best he can with Chicken Little, which will whistle the guys in so that he can combo them over and over again so that they don't berserk. So far the fight looks pretty good. Right there, he uses some magic. He uses the blizzards to set up the combo. And what that does is, these guys are really, really wonky with their hammers and the way that they move around. So using blizzards just kind of sets up the combo easier. That was a beautiful fight, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was really good. And
It made
that's
it look a lot easier.
the attack, by the way, I was using was finishing leap. That's what it looks like, and that's activated by pressing square at the end of the combo. Not actually just a normal combo finisher. But, it just sends enemies up way up in the air, and you can chain it into air combos really nicely. Don't really want to do that too often on the berserkers though.
Yeah. And right there, he gets limit form and Oathkeeper. Limit form is the new drive form in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix that lets him regain his Kingdom Hearts 1 clothes and use Kingdom Hearts 1 abilities such as Sonic Blade and Ars Arcanum and Ragnarok. And he also gets the FM abilities from 1.5 such as Zentetsuken and Ripple Drive. Limit form will be extremely useful later on at the end of the game.
So because I leveled up Wisdom in Agrabah, I now have Quick Run level 2 on it. Means I can do this section extremely fast. I didn't get... So, you can actually skip past the trigger for that cutscene with Quick Run. It's not that hard to do. But you can't actually progress the game if you do that. Like, the loading zone for the next room just isn't there, so you actually have to go back and re-hit the trigger to activate the cutscene and the loading zone. It's really weird.
Yeah, we were so close to a cutscene skip in this game.
But no,
But,
the loading zone just isn't there.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, as much as we love the game is just, the games themselves are usually extremely solid, and the way that they're laid out, even with stuff like infinite jumps or crazy glitches, it would be still really, really hard to actually make use out of them.
Like, there actually is a
These
way
games are
to
just
technically
really-
infinite jump, but you can't, like, go out of bounds with it or anything, because everything is
Yeah.
solid. I'm just gonna skip the
Yeah,
skateboard,
there's
because I forgot
a-
about it. Now, there's a skateboard in this room, but it only
There's
saves
a-
half a second over Wisdom. Go ahead.
Yeah, there are ceilings, and there's really barely anything that you can clip into. There's even an out-of-bounds trick in Days, but we can't really use it because you can't go out of bounds and then go to like bosses early or anything like that because everything is separated off by loading zones. So it's stupid the way that these games are laid out. It's really, really hard to break the game, and we haven't really found a way to
great
majorly
games,
do
but they're
that yet.
frustratingly great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Making reference to Sonic Boom, the best game of 2014.
Yeah, dude, Sonic Boom. If you haven't seen a Sonic Boom speedrun, you should sometime. They're great.
Yeah, Sonic Boom speedruns are pretty entertaining.
Let's get Dax to do one on bonus for this marathon. Alright. So I made X Space Paranoids with Drive. It's good. Really easy to do with Wisdom, though. Couple aerial spirals to quickly knock out all the orbs I need. Oh.
Yeah, so what he was doing back there was he was using Wisdom Form. And that's the fastest form of movement he has at this point because Wisdom Form at level 3 gains Quick Run level 2, and that's the fastest movement ability that he has at his disposal. And like I mentioned earlier, he's going to get Master Form in just a second, so that's going to reset all of his anti-points. So he's actually free to use a Drive Form whenever he wants because it's just going to get reset in a second.
I had some bad luck there, whatever. So this box will rotate around you roughly twice, so you can kind of just stay still and keep your eye on it. And then you can use the explosion of entering a drive form to end this really fast.
This used to be really scary.
Yeah, we just chase it in Valor form.
Yeah,
and
we
do a
would,
full...
we would chase it and we would have to combo it or thunder or something, but then Mika just showed us that we just have to use a drive explosion and that works too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get Master Form right here, and this is Master's a really cool form. I wish it was used in more fights than well, it's used in a lot of fights, but not always attacking. I'm gonna get Stitch as well. Stitch is another summon. We'll get into that later though. Or I guess right now, because it's light cycle. Stitch, basically, he just... every time he feels like it, he'll just refill your MP back to full. Even if you're an MP charge, he'll just give you a full bar of MP. But there's no way to control it, and it's all random, so it can be a pretty frustrating summon to use. He generally is okay about giving you MP, but there are times where he just won't for a very long time. And that can be really bad. Oh, this luck. Oh, no! So close. Oh, there we go. They ran into it. That was good luck.
Nice. Yeah, if you can kill those 5 Heartless before you make that first left turn, that's generally a really good start to the light cycle.
I'm gonna try to no damage this, because I always try to no damage this. Because on critical mode you can take, what, 2 hits and then you'll die? Or 3 hits maybe?
Yeah.
If you die in the 3rd hit, I don't remember. But it's not a lot. So, since I want to run critical mode in the future, still a little bit, good to be in the habit of not getting hit here. Even on beginner.
Yeah. Thankfully there's, the light cycle is actually incredibly predictable with the way that, the Heartless are laid out, so you can actually come up with pretty consistent strats for the light cycle. It's still scary though, because if you make one mistake, that can still cost, kill you.
Nice, no damage hit.
Nice.
Dude, nice.
Dude. Nice. Riz 2016.
Riz 20XX.
Alright, so here is the most important menu in the entire game. So, serious time. I did it! I didn't equip Dodge Slash! Hooray!
We did it!
We did it!
We did it! No dodge slash, yeah!
So, Dodge Slash is terrible. It is, like, one of the worst abilities in the entire game, barring maybe Auto Limit. Even that can be useful. It's slow, it misses, it makes it impossible to do anything. And it's right above Flash Step, which is the ability I just equipped. So I have accidentally equipped Dodge Slash in the past and killed runs to it. It's awful. But I didn't do it. Alright, so here, I'm going to actually be spending some time here and getting some experience from this fight. Because... need it. Oh, that thunder just missed for some reason. That was weird. Alright. 136, that's good. Now I'm just gonna do combos, and what I want to do here is I want to reach level 22. That's another strength increase. And I want to go a little bit beyond that so that I can have enough EXP to reach level 30 for Jafar. Critical Mode does something similar here, except they use a EXP boost and Stitch, but it's beginner and that's kind of hard to set up.
Yeah. So on this, after he's frozen 2 windows, waves of like, I don't know, I'm gonna guess like 5 or 6 of these guys spawn at a time. So this is a really, really good spot to just continue to kill Heartless over and over again and get a lot of EXP really quickly, since these guys are relatively easy to kill.
Yep, so I'm done with that now. And that's pretty good. So actually what that does is that makes me level 22 for Hostile Program. It lets me to reach level 28 before entering Halloween Town 2, which gives me Draw, and then level 30 for Jafar, which is the strength boost I need. But it works out really well to do that. It does take a little bit of extra time, but I think it's worth it. Alright, so I'd like, yeah, to be able to focus during Hostile Program. This strat is really, really cool, but actually, you know what? You can explain it, BB, if you want. I'm gonna be focusing, though.
Okay. Basically, he's going to be using Comet at the start to break off one of the armor pieces that he has, and breaking off the armor of Hostile Program gives you freeze orbs. So he'll go into Master Form once he has enough, and he'll freeze Hostile Program, do lots of damage to get him to his final phase, and then because he breaks off more armor pieces in Master Form, he gets even more freezing, or he gets enough orbs to freeze him again. So all he has to do is, during his final phase, freeze him again, and use Comet, and he'll pretty much die. It's a lot tougher on beginner because you don't have as much draw, but thanks to Master Form actually has a couple of draws on it already, so Riz concocts his own little strat to make it work for him.
Yes.
Because he's made every single strat in Kingdom Hearts forever.
It's not true.
Good fight, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, it was. I messed up the swag fire. I did it too early by mistake, but that was fun.
Yeah, back in early, I don't know, when did we find this? Like May or something like that, or June or something?
It was spring, I think, this year.
Yeah, before then we used to use like Tron's Limit, which took forever.
Yeah, this
That
strat
was like 40 seconds slower or something.
Yeah, 30 to 40 slower. But finding this strat, it was a huge breakthrough, really. Because 30 to 40 seconds in just one fight is unheard of at this point. It just doesn't happen anymore. But now, so I'm not at... I need to be at 3 drive, so... Luckily, this is FM, and it's really easy to do that. I'm at 3, I'm gonna summon Chicken Little. Do a last wave of enemies. The combo doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can still be useful like that, just by just doing a little bit of extra damage. That was a good fight.
Good fight. Oh, dude. Is Tack back in town?
What?
Oh, boy.
Tack back.
Tack has risen from the dead.
Oh my god. Tack is an old school KH runner. But
Oh, yeah.
He's been dead for like a year now. Momentous occasion, man.
Yeah, Tack was back when I think KH1 record was still not sub 6 hours, and KH2 was still 424.17, which is like around 2 years ago. Long time.
Nice, that was a good fight. So I just missed Chicken Little there at the end so I could get back to 3 bars again.
He needs the drive for Demix coming up here in a second. Also, I've heard a lot of people have difficulty with Demix because Dance Water Dance. So if you want to see Demix get like destroyed, then y'all need to watch this.
Actually, if you want to see me get destroyed, watch the 2J run later on in the week. That's where he truly gets destroyed, but... I don't think this will be a very good Trinity, but could be enough anyway. Yeah, that's 150, yeah, that's enough.
So what he does here is he uses Trinity to get a lot of hits and destroy a lot of clones. So he's already done like around half of Demix's health, just like that. And now he's gonna loop Demix, using Genie to get through his come on, kick it to the beat attack.
Good Demix.
Really, really solid, dude.
Yep. So Valor Genie is just for extra damage and invincibility during that attack. You could also use Stitch and like reflect through the attack, and that works just fine as well. I just prefer this way. Because Stitch, you have to rely on him to, want to refill your MP, which doesn't always happen, so.
He's a little bit more consistent than Stitch.
Yeah. So I have Round Break. Now Round Break is that thing I just did there. It basically is just like a... It just comes out when you're surrounded by enemies and does some nice damage and stuff. And can't believe this guy lived all that. Whatever.
Yeah, there's Round Break is one of the newer abilities in this game. There's a lot of what I would call combo pieces that were added in FM. One of them is Flash Step, which looks like a really, really quick mini slide dash in your combo. And Round Break happens when there are multiple enemies surrounding you, so you kind of like do this circle attack that hits multiple enemies around you. It's really, really cool. If you played KH2 enough, you'll kind of notice that it's a lot different than what you can see in English.
So there I did a magnet and then
Right there, what
a
he
solo
did.
Trinity. Actually, you explain it good.
Oh, okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. What he did is he threw out a magnet and then he Trinity the Morning Star, the big giant orb thing. And what happens there is when he's caught in the magnet and he gets hit with Trinity, he gets hit out of the magnet and then hit back again because he's really close to the magnet. And since you hit him multiple times with Trinity, the magnet racks up a lot of damage really quickly. So there's a lot of really small uses where magnet just does like extra damage when you do a lot of tiny hits like that. Another really good example is Chicken Little. Chicken Little's firecrackers plus the magnet racks up a lot of free damage just like that. And in a Tifa section, he baited out a Rising Sun to take out a lot of the Morning Stars too. You kind of have to rely on that to take out those guys really quickly.
Now what I did is I went to Limit Form.
Yeah, you go ahead now.
That was Limit Form, that's the new form in FM. And it levels up every time you finish a limit, because you want EXP, and you only need 3 to reach level 2. That's what I did there. And level 2 is all I need to pull off all the endgame strats, so... Got that out of the way now. I think I'm gonna be safe and equip Follow the Wind. It's a marathon after all.
Now Limit Form is level 2, and that'll be important later in the run. It makes the Wisdom Form route possible.
This is Thousand Heartless. This fight is dumb. I don't like it. It's...
Razor Franker Steves.
Yeah, Razor Franker Steves. So this guy is Steve. He's a surveillance robot. He does the RC a lot. I like Steve. Steve is great. If I could just stick with Steve the whole fight and just instantly doing the snag, yep, just like this. This is great. But sometimes Steve won't show up like this.
With blades. These mean ones, they like to hit you.
I'm actually getting really good luck with Steve here. Normally Steve doesn't like to stick around
sometimes
this
his,
long. Oh no, it's a new Steve. I got hit.
Sometimes
I gotta get away from
Kyle
him.
comes
Yeah.
out and ruins everything.
Oh no. There's Steve. So you want to try to stay in the middle as much as you can, because that way there's Heartless all around you. Just see this guy is Kyle. What a jerk. There's the slow wind up. Oh, maybe he's Steve? I think he's just trying out being Kyle for a second there. I don't know. Right.
Don't like cows.
Kyle's a trickster. Ah, this is Kyle. I knew it! Tricked me once again. Whatever. Oh. Can't make up his mind, man. Whatever, I found the real Steve for sure this time. So you kind of want to spin your camera around a bit, because enemies like to spawn behind you. It doesn't always work well. Oh my god, it's all Steves, what the heck? Whatever, that was actually a pretty good fight.
All the Steves at the end. Yeah, that's one of the hardest fights to get consistently, just because you have to rely on your buddy Steve to kill all of the Heartless for you, for the most part, and that can be really tricky.
Yeah, you need a lot of luck in that fight.
Yeah, a lot of it is luck dependent, especially in that fight. A lot of people, when there's been about, like, I don't know, 200 Heartless left, they'll lose their Steve, and because the fight is preloaded, so there's kind of like a preloaded barrier around you, where there's only a certain amount of Heartless actually spawned, and then there's the fake Heartless that are in the preload. So the Steve will kind of get eaten by the preload and despawn, and then you'll never see another surveillance bot again for like the rest of the fight. It ruins a lot of 1K Heartlesses.
I'm stopping in the part for a second to activate the save point. I can warp back there later.
This is setting up another save warp, just like Riz said.
Excellent luck. Nice. It all came at once.
I love it when they all come at once.
Yeah. This is the other way you can use Magnet with Trinity, is with Root Trinity. So, the Major Drive will knock the enemies in and out of the Trinity, and that deals damage, yes, but what it really does is, increases the hit counter of Trinity. So, by doing that, you can end that with just one part of Trinity instead of, like, having to use a full one. Bulky, maybe? No. There's a bulky hair. Probably would have grabbed it to be safe.
Alright, so he's actually not gonna finish Beast Castle quite yet. He really only came here to get Rumbling Rose really quickly. Rumbling Rose is finally get a Keyblade that's stronger than Hero's Crest. It has 5 strength, and it also has the ability Finishing Plus. So now Riz has 2 finishers, which is has quite a lot of uses, especially for fights like Grim Reaper 1 and other various uses and stuff like Agrabah. Just about everywhere you'll kind of see.
Rumbling Rose is really good. In fact, I will only be using a different Keyblade for one fight after this. Everything else will be Rumbling Rose.
Finishing Plus is just that good, and you'll see its uses pretty apparently soon.
And for a start in this fight.
It's also, it's not even slower to get Rumbling Rose and then leave because of the way that you set up the save warp, so it's by far, you don't really lose any time, and it's by far faster just to take Rumbling Rose and and then come back to Beast Castle when you're much stronger.
So I'm gonna fight Grim Reaper now, and my goal here is to make sure that he never teleports. He can be annoying to hit if he starts teleporting around. So I'm gonna use Blizzard a lot to make sure that doesn't happen. Come on. This jerk is so high up. No. Why? That was awkward. Should be enough damage though. Mass Form just shreds through herself.
Yeah.
That was really awkward that
as
he
you
went up
can,
so high.
As you can see right there, the Rumbling Rose lets him do the double finisher, which is the thing that's shredding most of his health. And Hero's Crest has the ability Air Combo Boost, and it increases the power of your air finishers relative to how long your air combo was. So the longer your air combo, the stronger the air finishers. So 2 air combo boosted Master Form air finishers are fun and very useful. So there's already a bunch of use out of Rumbling Rose.
So just grab the last summon, Peter Pan. You'll be seeing him in the next world. Also equipped Horizontal Slash, which is just a nice powerful ability for my air combos.
Yeah. Horizontal Slash got a really favorable damage multiplier in this game, so we use it a lot. Someone asked what we're donating for. We are donating to get our community members to make it to AGDQ. Kingdom Hearts has finally made it into AGDQ, which is awesome games done quick, a speedrunning charity marathon. Kind of want to show them how hype and large our community is by sending as many community members as possible to raise the hype. So all the donations are going to be going towards community members making their way to AGDQ, and if we make any extra and we don't have any community members to send, then we'll be donating towards the bid war of 2FM versus 1.5 at AGDQ. So hope you guys donate towards this cool cause, and hope you guys enjoy all the Kingdom Hearts this weekend.
So because I have 2 finishers, I can chain a magnet right into a finishing leap, which then chains right into an air combo, which easily takes care of the gamblers.
Yeah. You're going to be seeing a lot of Magnet plus Finishing Leap, and a lot of people kind of get confused how that works. So he has Finishing Plus, which means that he has 2 finishers. Magnet itself, when activated on the ground, activates as a finisher immediately. So he starts his combo with a finisher, and then his second finisher naturally can be either Guard Break, a normal ground finisher, or it can be Finishing Leap, which is the best thing that he has at his disposal right now. Alright, so now he's going to be starting the Grim Reaper 2 fight. How this fight works is while all of the medallions are not in the chest, this guy will be invulnerable to damage. But to get medallions away from him, you have to use magic on him. So there will be phases where he uses magic on him to get medallions, and then phases where he's doing damage. He goes through 3 cycles of this. The first couple of cycles are pretty easy. one new bit of tech right here that Riz just did was he used Thunder in midair right after that reaction command. That was found just recently. If you target him right after that reaction command and then Thunder him, you actually can hit him even though he's supposedly invisible. Get all of the medallions instantaneously. Alright. And then coming up during this final phase, Grim Reaper's gonna get all 882 points, or medallions rather, out of the chest, and you're gonna see some, I'm gonna go ahead and add $1 to the swear jar. You're gonna see some serious shit.
So yeah, Master from Thunder hits several times, so you can just... Oh, that won't be enough to kill Willet, dang. Yeah, that was fine. So it knocks out the 882 medallions really, really fast.
But yeah, that was discovered, I don't know exactly how long, I think maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah. I know Hiran was doing it in his critical mode runs a long time ago.
Yeah.
Before he found it.
Hey, everybody! Are you shooting? No. Probably just... I don't know.
I think I'm gonna be safe and keep Donald out of the party for now.
Alright, I'd just like to mention that we, a little while ago, we broke 500 viewers.
Nice.
We're still, we're still on the first run of the marathon, so you're definitely making progress. This is awesome. Number 6 on SRL, on a Saturday night is, or not a Saturday, a Friday night, I think is, pretty impressive, so keep up the good work, guys. This is pretty awesome.
Oh, I used Reflect and then a dance call just to... the damage I need on these kids. Hopefully my aim isn't horrible. It's actually, I find it way harder to, like, line up the boxes and, like, try to aim them while looking at the kids. I just can't do it, so I kind of just have to do, like, quick turnaround hits on them in order to have any semblance of accuracy. That was good. If we get a bulky vendor here, I will grab it. Okay. So coming up next is, like, one of my least favorite fights in the whole game. You have to knock 4 presents out of 4 White Knights, and there are easy ways to do it, but just doesn't always work out, and it doesn't work out with the way I want to have my route either to do it. So, like, there's a way to do it with Peter Pan, which is easy and consistent, but if I'm not some level 3, which I'm not, it doesn't really work. I can't do that, so instead I have to do Dance Call, and this works most of the time, but you can get screwed over by it. Yeah, and I'm getting screwed over by it. Alright, well I still got all 4, so it's fine.
You actually can do the Peter Pan strat with level 2.
You cannot.
You'll run out in the fight.
You will run out,
but,
yeah.
You'll get like most of the drive back
You will not.
in this fight, and then you'll get enough. Really?
Not on beginner, no. You killed them too fast.
Oh, on beginner. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, during this,
Go ahead, say it.
RNG, I'm gonna get some donations in while we can. got a $3.50 donation from Connor Tucker. Tree Fitty, so Ace has something to read because TAC has risen. Thank you, Connor. TAC will live once again.
Did he donate towards anything?
Nothing. I think he said he wanted to put it towards the puppet show.
Alright, that's fine. Anything that doesn't really have a goal just should probably go to the puppet show.
And then we got a $15 donation from Ace of Tims, aka Spike Vegeta. Nothing in the comment, but thank you very much, Spike. That's very appreciative.
Thank you, Spike. You guys had really, really good luck there, by the way.
Wow, those are some...
Wow.
So yeah, that minigame is totally RNG because the game will either give you big boxes or little boxes, but Riz got some really, really good RNG there, so that's really awesome. Can gain or lose a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Prepare to scream.
Oh no, I did not mean to press that button. Shoot. Ah, well, this is gonna be annoying now. Yeah. I messed up. Alright. If you let me attack him, we can be fine. Okay, we're good. You don't actually want to finish the dance call there, that's bad. But now I'm going to use Peter Pan here to keep Experiment stunned in this combo forever.
Yeah, Peter Pan's dagger has a lot of stun on it, and he combos enemies with you as you hit them. So this just creates a stun lock on hostile program so he can't break apart again.
Good. So I just dismissed. Go ahead. I can't even speak anymore.
Sorry, Riz is swag because he's got the Duck Flare strats.
Yeah. This was actually a perfect fight apart from accidentally finishing that dance call. That was a silly mistake. But we're good. Alright. Agrabah, like, normally, like, Finish Leap is a perfectly acceptable replacement for Explosion, except in Agrabah. Agrabah is where you really, really need Explosion. I'm gonna grab this guy to be safe. I know I'm fine in experience anyway, but better safe than sorry. This world is just, it's really annoying with that explosion. That was decent. Additionally, it doesn't track enemies nearly as well as Explosion does on the carpet, so you can just outright miss everything if the magnet is too far away from you.
Yeah, that was a good-looking fight.
Yeah.
Carpet mechanics are pretty dumb, so we kind of just have to make do with what we have, and we don't really have that much. Kind of hope for the best.
Once again, this leap is not the best, but work. That was a good fight. And so now we got these magic switches we need to activate. And normally there'd be tons of Heartless swarming around you trying to prevent you from doing it. But if you fly in the correct way, you can despawn all of them. So you don't have to deal with any enemies at all, and you can just hit the switches and move on. So to despawn this group, you have to go to the bottom of this tower, all the way up to the top, and they're gone. And stay all the way up at the top, fly across. Normally Heartless would be spawning if you were below that. Here, I'm left alone to do this switch as well. Makes it really easy.
Yeah, despawn strats are pretty sick. Could be dumb and risk it all and spawn all of the Heartless, but that's not a good idea.
Save a few seconds.
Could save a few seconds or lose 30.
30, yeah. It's up to you then. I should be level 29 at this point. I want to be level 30 by the end of this section right here. Level 30 is the last strength boost that makes a difference in this run. And also the last level that makes any sort of difference in this run. So once I reach it, I can just stop worrying about what level I am entirely. I got the bulky vendor to be safe. I would have been fine without it, though. It's level 30.
Level 30, it just lets, because of the battle level here, it's so close to level 30. Hitting level 30 now with those 2 strength increases, just, it increases your strength so dramatically.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. The damage between level 29 and 30 is absurd.
Alright, so while we're doing this, I might as well plug what is coming up for the marathon. So after this run, we've got a Recom Reverse of Birth any percent race between Blade Shard 12 and Sonic Shadow Silver 2. And at the end of that, well, while we're doing all this, we have a bidding war for half fights within Recom, where Sonic will be using Riku to fight one of Sora's bosses instead. So we have a bidding war between either Riku versus Cloud, Axel, Larxene, Vexen, Marluxia 1, or Marluxia 2 and 3. So whoever has the higher total donations will win that. And if there are 2 or 3, I think Sonic's okay with that. If there are 2 or 3 or so that are tied, then Sonic will do both of them. After that, we have a KH2 80% run by Sephiroth1277, and donation for that will be fighting Sephiroth on Proud Mode. So that's what we've got going on for today.
And if I can squeeze in one more donation since I'm here.
Yeah, go for it.
$20 USD from a Benjamin Hartman. And this is for Sonic to fight Axel 2 in Recom. So, looks like Axel's in the lead now.
Wait, how much money was that?
20 bucks.
Yo, we got ourselves a bidding war.
Oh yeah. So that throws Axel in the lead with $30, and behind that is Larxene, Marluxia 1 at 10, and the rest at nothing so far. So if you want to see some Riku in a hacked fight bop whoever from Sora's Story, be sure to donate and try to get the lead on it on this bidding war. Back to you, Riz.
I love Jafar. Jafar is one of my favorite fights in the entire game. That is because there is no luck in this fight. There's no RNG, nothing. It's all on you. I love it. So if you slow down your slide dashing, you can actually get a lot of damage out of it. And since you're on beginner mode, you're already doing a ton of damage anyway.
Yeah, he's doing the 6-2 cycle in existence. Since his damage is so crazy. And he uses, like he said, the slide dashes to just rack up a lot of damage. Yeah, he blows through this fight really quickly. And he also uses blizzards here and there, because he knows specifically where the damage gates are. So he uses the blizzards to blow through those so they don't slow him down.
Yep, that was a good fight. Yeah, Jafar's genuinely, I have a lot of fun fighting him.
Frickin' Jaffa.
Hey, Sora. And while we
Another frickin' Jaffer fight.
Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 videos of just the Jafar fight on my YouTube channel because I like fighting him. Alright, so that was the one fight where I wasn't...
Carpet mechanics.
Yeah, that was the one fight where I wasn't using Rumbling Rose, and I'm gonna go back to it for the rest of the game. I was using Decisive Pumpkin, which has another combo boost attached to it. My ground finishers do a lot more damage. I guess I'm doing this. I don't know. Yeah, confused because none of them attacked. I'm not using Ether in this fight. If I could. Yeah, confused. Oh. Dude, Dragoons are just awful. Hitting them is so hard sometimes.
Yeah, whenever Dragoons get caught in a magnet, for whatever reason, it's like really, really hard for finishing leap to actually hit them. Alright, so now we got Zaldin coming up. You want me to commentate this one, Yo, or do you want some
Yeah, go
serious
for it.
time?
Well, actually, yeah,
Okay.
go for it, it's fine.
Alright. So what Riz is going to be doing is he's going to be racking up learns, and he's going to go into Master Form. Like we mentioned before, when you're in a drive form with a second Keyblade, reaction commands do more damage because the second Keyblade is added to the damage calculation. So what he's going to do here is he's going to deal a lot of damage with these learns, and then he's going to deflect Zaldin with aerial dodge and get even more learns and then finish him off.
That aerial dodge is a real clincher. It's not the hardest thing in the world at the time, but messing it up is really bad, so...
Yeah. They nerfed this a little bit in FM. Your damage isn't quite as insane as it was in KH2 English.
It's nerfed a lot, actually. Like, the difference is...
Okay, yeah.
Is pretty huge, especially
The
considering
difference is
I have
very, very
one more
sizable.
strength than I would on English here, and I'm still doing, like... I have to do 6 more jumps compared to English to kill him.
Yeah. No, that was a really sick fight, dude.
Yeah, that was good.
So even though it was nerfed pretty heavily, you can still pull that strat off.
Yep.
So, get wrecked everybody's childhood. Zaldin is all...
How could you do that to my childhood, you bastard?
Where are...
Oh no, my virgin ears. Everybody's virgin ears. I'm gonna cry.
Where are... No, Virgin's not a swear.
Virjar!
Sure it was to that social Santa site or whatever, but okay, Riku, since we have a limit for him, he's really not that hard of a fight. You can just get a little bit of damage on him. The limit. I'm actually gonna use Trinity first though. Because I can. Probably isn't even worth doing this, honestly. The damage is like non-existent, but whatever. Wow. I'm gonna... Yeah! So I equipped Jackpot to Donald. That's just for some extra money in this next fight.
Let's go.
And Wisdom down the mountain. So, we had routed out any points specifically to be able to use Master inside Zeldin. After that, on Beginner at least, any points aren't a factor anymore. Because I'll never be using a drive in a fight where it's possible to get anti. Yeah, limit
If
continue.
people want me to get rid of it, I will totally get rid of it, by the way. Alright, continue.
That's fine.
Limit continue anti-form, but not if you're alone. Which I was there.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'll be using a lot of limit
Yeah, a
form
lot-
later on, but I'll always be alone. So I won't be able to go anti-form ever.
If you have all of your party members with you, then there is a shot of you hitting anti-form. But, for example, if you have just one party member, like Riku in your party, or if you just have nobody, then there's no chance of anti-form. That's another one of those circumstances where you don't have to worry about it. We kind of plan around stuff like that. Actually, we always do.
Wait!
Alright, I'm using Chicken Limitless to bring in this first wave. I'm getting rid of him because I want to be able to summon again after this fight.
Yeah, just like the dancer fight beforehand, he's dismissing Chicken Little and racking up his drive again so that he can use it in the next fight.
I'm using Genie against Storm Rider. So Genie was nerfed pretty hard in FM, but he's still good enough to be useful. Valid Genie, that is.
Alright, so this is another fight where Valor Genie definitely comes into play, like Riz said just now. Yeah, basically, as long as you don't use the finisher of Genie, which is the punch, you'll stay on his back and you'll do lots of damage. And
Oh, man.
it keeps you safe during the horns as well.
That was so close to RC finish for beginner. You can actually get an RC finish pretty well. So I wouldn't say easily, but it's not that hard to do on critical mode. But it is a bit harder on beginner. My God, it's Biz.
Oh my god.
Alright, so we're coming up on the last Guru mission. I'm once again gonna step out during it. There's stuff, but yeah.
It's all good. We got I don't have any donations, but we can for sure remind everyone why we're here and what we're doing and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Yeah, during this last coming mission, and I'll go ahead and reiterate. Kingdom Hearts Community Marathon. We are running from November 14th to November 18th, and we're raising money to get Kingdom Hearts community members to go to AGDQ. I'm gonna try and raise the hype as much as possible, since for the first time in over 3 years, Kingdom Hearts is finally back in a GDQ, let alone AGDQ. So now that we finally got our shot, we want to show them why Kingdom Hearts means so much to us, and show them that the community is very hype and it is very big, and couldn't count us out in the future, because we kind of feel like in speedrunning terms, or speed game terms, Kingdom Hearts is a little bit underrated, and it has a lot of dedication and a lot of hype behind it. Along with that, we have just about every single major Kingdom Hearts game, and even a lot of the smaller ones we have on the schedule. Right now you're seeing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. We have Reverse of Birth Recom coming up next.
And after
we're gonna
that,
have after that we have KH2 80% beginner.
Sephiroth 1277 on KH2 80% beginner, and then that will lead on to Saturday at 1:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have RebelWatt come in with 1.5, so the first glance of 1.5. With the donation incentive of breaking Sora's neck. So if you want to see Sora die, don't worry, Rebel's got you covered. As long as you donate, make sure it's strong.
Along with that, we have on Sunday we got Silver, who's running Birth by Sleep HD All Stories on Crit. On Monday we have Pokemon Rocks running 358 by 2 days. Or 179 days. He's running Kingdom Hearts Days at 8% on Monday, and we have Kingdom Hearts 2 GA run by the runner that we have right now, TehRizzle. That'll be on Monday as well. We have a race between Adam Timothy Zero and Silver with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, New Game Plus 80%. We got just about everything, and on our final day we have, or rather, second to final day, we have Cyberman, who's running Kingdom Hearts Recoded at 80%. So, just about everything is being run. We may be missing a few categories here and there, but we've got a lot of the major stuff that people want to see, so mark your calendars, check your schedules, because we got all the Kingdom Hearts all this weekend.
Bookmark what you need. Get here when you really want to see a run. Schedules are always being posted in the chat periodically over time. So be sure to check it out. Please donate. Make sure we get out there and show them what Kingdom Hearts is all about as a community. So it's really exciting. I just wanted to just let you all know. Thank you so much for tuning in. On the first run, we have already 500 viewers, and that's just goddamn amazing.
So yeah, I guess Riz is gonna finish this up, and after that will be the Reverse of Birth race. But yeah, we're in the home stretch, and probably personally my favorite part of the run.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. The one that never was has a lot of hype fights, a lot of cool strategies. We're almost there. We're almost there.
The Roxas fight is coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. KH2FM is 2 scrub for Rocks to skip. The best meme ever.
Oh. Coming up here is a fight with Mickey as a quote-unquote helper. He doesn't help, really. He just kind of gets in the way. Hopefully he just kind of does his own thing and doesn't ruin this fight, because that can happen pretty easily. See, ether-wise, I did use one extra at some point in here, and I didn't get the Hydra thing. I'll allow myself to use one ether in this fight, I think, and I should be fine. I'm going to be using Stitch, though, so hopefully I won't have to use ethers. But he is random, so...
Yeah, this fight's kind of tough to get consistently, since, like Riz said, Mickey does a stupidly good job of knocking enemies away from you, which is a bad thing. and then you have to rely on Stitch giving you MP. So Riz kind of negates that with ethers, but he has to keep a close eye on his ether count, so it's kind of a tough fight where you have to manage a lot of things at once.
Thanks, Stitch.
So far, it looks like Mickey's doing a really good job of helping you.
Excuse me through there. Oh, yeah, good job of helping me, that's for sure. This, oh my god. And now Stitch just won't heal me. Yeah, this is the problem with this fight. Yeah, that was... I just got really unlucky in that fight. I probably could have gotten away with using another ether, but I didn't want to risk it. I should have enough. It was just whatever. It's whatever.
About the best you can do.
Yeah. So coming up as a fight with another quote-unquote helper, Axel. He's a little better than Mickey. He actually can help. He can also not help at all, just like Mickey, and be a jerk. And that can be really bad. There's a lot of time in this fight. Oh, and one thing about finishing leaps I'm talking about in chat is, in English, it is worthless. It does almost no damage. They actually buffed it a lot in a final mix. And Goofy is killing me, dude.
Alright, so yeah, fight you kind of have to really worry about Axel knocking enemies away from you and into the air and such, so kind of have to deal with it as best you can. Sometimes you can actually damage them and kill them a lot faster, but other times it's just kind of... yeah.
Oh. Just die already. Yeah, I got pretty bad luck in that fight. Oh well. Among those rocks, I would like, maybe I should just take my headphones off or something, because it'd be nice to have an explanation for it, but also I need to concentrate.
Alright, do you want me to commentate?
Yeah, go for it. I'll be fine.
Alright. So, Riz is gonna do manipulating of revenge value. To explain it really briefly, enemies will retaliate after they're hit a certain amount of times. So he's going to abuse that to his advantage by using blizzards and thunders in certain situations to get a specific retaliation out of Roxas. And that's going to put him in a perpetual loop and do lots of damage. So as you can see right here, throwing in the Thunder to get the aerial retaliation. And once he's at low enough health, he'll limit form, and limit form is just gonna tear through the rest of his health. You'll see in a second.
Nice fight.
Really good, dude.
Okay.
So yeah, what he did there is with limit form is he uses the single target finisher Zantetsuken, which does a lot of damage, and then he goes into a limit Ars Arcanum, and you can actually use the second to last part of it to stunlock certain bosses and go straight into another combo, so it puts them in a really long perpetual loop that does a lot of damage. So you can just destroy bosses just like that. Yeah, he's going to be using limit form throughout the world that never was, just like that.
And I'm not using Wisdom Form for movement right now. It's just because, really, like, that room I was just in, Wisdom Form might save, like, maybe half a second, but most of the rooms in World That Never Was are actually just too small to make it worth using. Yeah, so that's why I'm just in normal form. Elixir, that's important. Alright, so Rock just gave us the ability Combo Master, and that's a really, really useful ability. It allows you to always finish your combos regardless of if you're actually hitting an enemy. I'll be using that a lot in this world. And Zigbar I need to focus on, so...
You want me to explain it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so what Riz will be doing here is he'll be using Donald's Limit Duck Flare. Duck Flare does a good job of stun locking Zigbar for a long period of time so that he can get in a lot of combos. He needs to get in a certain amount of damage at a certain point because he's going to be doing this really insane way of looping Zigbar. It's really hard to explain unless you're kind of like looking for it. But Riz is setting it up right now with the Duck Flares. So yeah, he's right around the appropriate health. So what Riz is going to be doing is when Zigbar shoots a blue laser, he's going to be using Duck Flare on him. And he's going to make him say his audio cue, which is going to put him in his final phase. He's supposed to be using his Desperation move right here, where he shoots like a million lasers at you. But because he damaged him in a specific way, the AI just loops him into reloading over and over and over again. So he takes advantage of that and uses one more Duck Flare to close the deal and finish the fight. Really, really good, dude.
That was, yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. He does use 6 ethers, but we got enough, so...
It's totally worth it.
Yep.
If you don't skip the DM here, you probably lose upwards to 30 seconds or so. It's pretty insane.
On top of having a chance to die afterwards as well.
Yeah.
Because once he DMs, he goes into some crazy patterns and it shoots a lot of lasers and stuff that are very
He like
damaging.
never reloads anymore. You
Yeah.
barely have any chance of actually landing combos on him.
Alright, so start off with Luxord. You always start off in the die form, but you can, in Final Mix, actually quickly get out of it just by hitting Luxord. So you get revert from that really fast, and then you want to get rid of those cards. You can actually also do a strat just that so he never spawns the cards, but I'm not good at it, so I just do it that way. Oh, I don't know what happened. I was too late. This is actually still gonna work. No. Ah, well. Screwed up a bit. Too slow with getting the ether out. Now we're gonna get him stuck in this loop here.
Yeah, this is another form of manipulating his revenge value. He does two different attacks. He can either send out cards or he can send out his minigame. You can loop both of them. After a certain amount of hits, he'll just kind of, his AI will just take over and he'll do another move again, so you just react to that and loop him some more until he's at the appropriate time gauge. Honestly, you can just say that the time gauge is his health, technically. It's a little bit different than just that, but it's the best way to describe it without getting too confusing.
I'm gonna try to GM skip. This is a little early on the Trinity, but I should still be able to get it. Barely, maybe. That's what I meant to do at the start of the fight. It didn't happen. Nice, I got it. So I kind of messed up the loop a couple times in there, but overall that was a good fight.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, using Trinity in limit form, you can keep them stunned and never use the DM. Yes, Nitaki, the games don't actually lower his time gauge at all on the normal fight, really. It works really well on the data fight, not a normal Luxord.
Alright, so this fight will be self-explanatory for the most part.
Start off with this more looping, just to get him to do the same attack. Hate it when he goes past me.
But yeah, just like the experiment, Peter Pan is, his dagger just has so much stun that you can just stun lock Saiyanz for the rest of the fight. Usually bosses, well, he's supposed to be getting out of this after they get hit after a certain amount of time. They should be getting out, but Saiyanz's way of getting out is just standing in place for like a full second and then charging you. So he just doesn't have enough time to get out of this, so you can just do this for the whole fight, and he will do nothing. Die.
Yeah, you can do this from the start of the fight. The way I did it is just a little bit faster.
Yeah, the start of the fight is to rack up damage as quickly as possible. The rest of the fight, when his berserk gauge is full, is just to stun lock him for the rest.
I'm a little worried about my ether count. I have 5. Use none on Zemnis 1. I use No, yeah, I'm fine. It'll just be I'll only use one on the core. How about that? Feel safe. Should be fine though.
Alright, so he's using Wisdom form here because the rest of the fights where he's using dry forms are when he's alone. So he'll just be using limit form by himself, which I mentioned before. Does not trigger anti-form. So he doesn't really have to worry about anti-points anymore, so he can use his fastest form of movement, which is Wisdom.
So they actually really buffed this RC. In English, this does maybe half bar damage. Here it does a full bar. So it's very much worth using.
He'll be doing more revenge value stuff on this guy to
Oh no, I've
put him into loops.
been messing him up. Oh, well. That works for me. I'll take that.
Well, that was a good way of putting that misfortune into your fortune.
Yeah. Oh, great. Shoot. I don't know if this works after a DM. We'll find out. Might screw me over. Okay, it works.
Yeah. Right there, like before, limit form just kind of tears through the rest of his health. All he has to do is get him to about 2 bars of health, and limit form just kind of takes care of the rest. Usually, get his health too low, then he'll cast the drain spell on you, just like the start of the fight, and that would waste time. But this skips that whole thing entirely.
Alright, so we're family friendly now, so what we gotta say is obviously screw skyscrapers! Kill me, kill me, kill me.
Family stream. So, we're headed. This is the final stretch. These are the final battles of the game,
Yep.
and we definitely screwing these skyscrapers big time.
Yo, this chat is not family friendly. Please.
This family friendly chat just decided nope.
I'm fueling the fire to the non-family friendly. I apologize.
Alright, chat, you gotta donate $20 now. Keep it up.
There's so
Swear
much
jar for the
swear
chat.
jar from the chat. Remember, guys, you can donate from this link.
Yeah, using 6 just so you can refill my MP, but I will use 1 ether here if I absolutely have to. I should be fine on ethers though. I don't use many in the final bosses, it's just caution. So, for whatever reason, helming the core in that way, this sort of makes it spawn the enemies early. I don't really know why it works this way.
It's a lot easier to explain in English. In English, all you have to do is use a couple of magnets, or a magnet or a thunder, or a couple thunders after. I don't know. exactly. I don't remember exactly, but it's way
Thunders
easier
does it.
to explain there.
It's
But yeah, in this version, they took that out. But if you like use a magnet and then combo the top of the core or something like, I don't know. I don't even have a good explanation for this. It works the same way, but just in a really bizarre fashion. So this means that he spawns the enemies earlier, which is really important because during
Oh, come
the
on.
second phase, if you don't do that, then the giant hands come down and crush you, which wastes a lot of time. It's really annoying. On crit and level 1, it's absolutely devastating if that happens, because it's a one-shot for sure.
the good here at the end of this now is either summon Stitch or Chicken Little. I'm gonna do neither. I don't need either one. Chicken Little is technically the fastest way to do arms on this one, but only by like a few seconds, and if I just don't have either of them, the fight is a bit more predictable for me, so. And Goofy and Riku still do a little bit of damage as well. Could have enough MP to do this. Oh, I screwed up again. Combo didn't come out very fast. I'm really confused, I don't know what's happening. Oh well.
Yeah, this fight, it's usually, well, yeah, the strat here is it's very specific usually. And when you divert from it, you know, you never really know. You kind of have to come up with your own strat, but
Yeah.
it's a lot more revenge value manipulating. You have to keep track of your hits, and after a certain hits, then this will slice his sword at you. You have to keep track of that.
It worked out perfectly with my MP though. But that was really weird. I
Yeah.
mistimed one of my reflex at the start, and it kind of threw the whole thing off. But it worked out.
All right.
So welcome
For
to...
this part, welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, well that too. Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This part of the game is much faster in Final Mix. In English, each part of the dragon has like an insane amount of health, and it takes like 2 mega lasers to take down the engines or whatever. They reduced it by quite a lot in Final Mix, so it takes not that long to do. It still kind of kills the tempo of the final battles, but it's not as bad as English.
Yeah, it's a full minute faster than English, so...
I guess I'll take this opportunity to mention what's coming up next, since this run is almost done. Right after this, we're going to be having a race between Blade Shard 12 and Sonic Shadow Silver 2 of Recom Reverse Rebirth at 8%. And there's a bidding war for Riku to fight one of Sora Story's bosses. So bid for your favorite Sora Story boss, and Sonic will set that up at the end of the race. After that, tonight we have Sephiroth 1277. He'll be running KH2 80% beginner, and the donation incentive for that would be to fight Sephiroth on Proud mode at the end. So there'll be plenty of donation incentives, and then that'll lead to Saturday where we have RebelWatt running 1.5 80% beginner, and Damo will be running KH2J All Worlds. So we got plenty of Kingdom Hearts for the rest of the marathon for sure. Hey, so do we have any new donations at all?
No new donations as of yet, but, you know, everyone just, soon I'm sure we'll be getting some at any point. That donation incentive currently for Reverse Rebirth, Riku vs. Axel is in the lead with $30, with Riku vs. Larxene in a short second of $15, with Marluxia 1 right behind at $10. The rest are at $0. So Riku is able to go against one of Sora Story's bosses, Cloud, Axel, Larcene, Vexen, Marluxia 1, and Marluxia 2 and 3. So currently Axel's in the lead. If you want to see any of those fights come up, be sure to donate, and we'll make it a thing. Thank you all for watching. Riz, what's going on?
Good timing. Our Dragon's Den has just ended.
Excellent.
So Armor 2 is a lot like Armor 1 in that it's very, like, your combos are very set in stone here. Like, you'll almost always will react to the same way every time. Another thing is they changed this fight from English again. It only knocks you back twice instead of 3 times, which makes this fight a little bit faster. Now the buildings that appear here are not quite random. They're pretty much always in the same spot, so I always just fly to the ones I like to go to.
The only randomness to this part, I guess you would say, is the building formation that gets shot out at you is somewhat random. And I guess the action that happens when you fall down here to enter the next phase for Armor's Imness is a little random, but you can manipulate that a little bit, so it's not entirely horrible.
So I did it before, but once I break the shield, I'll do what's called the snowflake skip. And that's just by aerial dodging and gliding really fast after the RC, you can just skip him ever having to shoot lasers at you again.
Yeah, usually just right afterwards, he just shoots more lasers at you, but if you aerial dodge and glide really quickly, then you get it consistently every single time. You can just mash aerial dodge too. It's really quite easy. Another little neat thing to note is in this fight you actually have the max of every single growth ability in the game. So right now Riz actually has glide max, aerial dodge max, quick run max, high jump max, and dodge roll max, oddly enough.
Okay, I'm gonna need serious time for this fight, I think.
Alright, so the final battle here. During the first part, he's actually going to reflect immediately to cancel out this animation and go straight into this part. And then he's going to reflect very certain sections of this reversal chain, I guess you could say, to do lots of damage, as you can see. And then he's going to lure Saiyanz to come down to the lower part of the area. Immediately go into limit form to get him to his DM phase. And then from there, Saiyanz will be shooting lasers at you. And then all Riz needs to do is reflect those lasers very correctly. The timing on it is a little bit precise, but he'll do lots of damage with reflect if he times it correctly. Even get the guard break on that last one.
Oh, it wasn't a 343, I'm sad. Still, that was a good run.
Very nice, dude.
Yep.
Looks like a 345.
Nice,
Only
dude,
344, but yeah.
For the door death. That was
Yeah, I know, yeah. The dying to the door, which again, never happens ever. Like, that happened to me once before that, I'm pretty sure. So it's not even a concern. Like, that was crazy, but that was a good run. Good run.
Alright. So let me know when it's time, bro.
Yeah, okay. You still got another, like, 30 seconds of cutscene, so...
Yeah, we go through this giant cutscene animation before you can actually deal the finishing blow.
Oh god.
Alright. Almost time. Alright, and... time.
Awesome, dude. Is a 344.34. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Thank you everyone for watching.
Very
Thanks for all the
nice.
donations and stuff. That was good. I'm gonna be sticking around here for the next run, the Recon race. I'm gonna be commentating it with White. So.
All right. Now, if the stream will stop spamming for just a small second, I can advertise Riz, since he did a fantastic job. Getting a 344 in a marathon run is no small feat, and he even got massively trolled by the gate dying, which never happens. So this was a really good run. So congrats to Riz. You all should follow him. He runs primarily KH2 games. He's running KH2FM beginner right now. I don't know exactly what his plans are, but he is the world record holder for KH2J and KH2FM beginner, and he has the second best time in KH2 English. So he